No, but listen to, did you hear the press conference of Seleke Kromah, the IG? He did say that this is a highly political case, did he not? So you don't take the partisans' word for it, you take the IG's word for it.
We elected a fact irresponsible man what happened to our country. We elected a fact irresponsible man to govern this country, not to be very irresponsible.
Please place your left hand on the Bible being held by your wife, and you will kindly raise your right hand, sir. And repeat after me. All standing, please. I, Joseph Newman Boyka Sr.
No secret now that your friend and former boss will be a candidate in 2029. With all of that you experience, all of that you know, and everything that you see unfolding in the country now, will you support him? Will you be part of the process? Will you give him the support? Do you think he can be a better president?
So why you want to bring political Benin in it now?
Oh, but you political you're political man, before you go out, very active.
I plead the fifth again.
Okay. When 2029 come and pass, then you finally leave. Mission is completed. Now, what the rules of engagement? When the war ended, the guy said, the captain, the commander said, mission complete. There wounded Alphas, all men on board.
So, this riot situation when it comes across, because many times you notice that.
If Charles Taylor is the problem, he will be out of here in the twinkle of an eye. And I say, let well-meaning Liberians come home. If we respect this constitution, a government formed in Accra is a violation of Article 1 of the Constitution. Let them come home. Let that government be formed in Monrovia.
On the broadcast administration, we want to give the government of Liberia an ultimatum of 72 hours to provide a living ballot of the chairman of the Student Unification Party, or else there will be a catastrophic pneumonia in the Republic of Liberia. To arrest the chairman of the Student Unification Party, only because the government feel intimidated about the Vanguard Party advocacies.
The government got capital road, small, B road, all kinds of place. I think the reason Joseph Baka will not do much because the old man, the papa is suffering. The papa loves the country, but he can't make it. The criminal there around him, they sophisticated than him. They are sophisticated criminals, so they can't make it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. Capital road, small road, B road, sophisticated road, all the roads. And the first time I'm hearing the different kind of roads in Liberia: small road, capital road, B road. The Papa loved the country, but he just can't make it. The criminal that around here, they are so sophisticated, they're more sophisticated than him. And they will go all the way back, and the former President Charles Taylor said, anything done outside of the country cannot be binding. You want to form a government, bring it home, come home, and live according to the Constitution. And then when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf came in as president, she says, we need all Liberians, all hands on deck, come home and contribute your quota. And then when the Liberian people take her up on it and came home, they got rid of most of the young folks. Same thing with Joseph Newman Boyka. He says, come home. And Dr. Nya came home. And Dopoh was sacked outright. So this is what politicians do. They say one thing and do another. Another story that is trending big on the international level is a young Liberian lady that is making it big in soccer. She was born and raised in Liberia to some degree. Her father is Ghanaian and her mother is Liberian. She decided she will commit to playing for the Ghanaian national team, the women's national team. She will be a black star instead of a lone star. So what's trending on the internet is what's wrong with us in Liberia? Why the children of our celebrities are choosing to play somewhere else and not come home to Liberia. Some people are saying, well, the former president of the United States' son decided to play for the US and not the Republic of Liberia. So why not? Well, we have another famous Liberian that made it big in Canada. He's now playing in Germany. Of Liberian extraction. He chose to play for the Canadian national team. So what is happening? What can we do? And that includes me. Our children were born, some were born here, some were born in Liberia, and they came to find greener pasture. Now that they have made it big, why not Liberia? Why aren't these kids coming home to fly the flag of the Republic? Why are our children choosing everybody else but Liberia after they make it big? Before we get to that, let me make this announcement that on Friday, we are going to have an all-star lineup in the health profession. We are going to be talking about women's issues, specifically breast cancer. We're going to have the famous Abby Tyler. She's going to be here to discuss health issues. We're going to have Dr. Sumo Hobart. She's going to be here. Breast cancer survivor, we're going to have several of them. Quita Kese, she's going to be here to discuss. That's Friday, you don't want to miss it. Professional Liberians. Talking about folks don't want to do well for Liberia. Well, these women, these professionals have done well in their own area of expertise. And they are coming back here on Friday. That team is going to be held by Telvi. Telvi is going to be here with the group. We're going to be talking about issues. No politics, health, women's health. That's Friday. Tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to have the retired House Representative Dolores Hogan Johnson. Hopefully, we can negotiate a time. When we made these arrangements, it was daylight saving time. As you can see, we are having problems coming on here because for us, it's 4 o'clock here in the US. And it is 9 o'clock in Liberia. So we are going to, please work with us. Let's work with the adjustment. As you can see, Our panelists are coming in from different parts of the country, some in daylight saving time, some in central time, some in East Coast time, and we are trying to make it work. But let's talk about these issues. Why is it that our children are choosing everybody else but us? It says here, this is Liberia Bleachers Report Sports. It said Liberian-born forward Abigail Kim, who grew up in the United States, represented the U.S. at the youth level. Untimely, she has chosen to represent Ghana, her father's country. And FIFA has approved the switch from the U.S. national team to the Ghanaian national team. Why our young folks are not choosing Liberia? What does it say about patriotism? Are they not patriotic enough? Or what is it that Liberia is not doing to attract these young and talented, world-renowned folks? You know, we say charity begins at home. So before we look at other people, let's look inward. Let's look at what is happening at home. When the folks says, if you are sitting back, folks, in the train or on the bus, or if you were sitting in the church on a pew, and everybody that sits by you move, a lady that comes to sit by you, she moves to the next pew. A gentleman comes to sit by you, he moves to the next pew. A young lady or young man that came to sit by you moves to the next pew. A child from the Sunday school department came to sit by you, and he or she moves to the next pew. Maybe it's about time for you to think. Maybe it is not them. Maybe I should go in the restroom to check. Maybe it's my deodorant or my body odor or my lack of deodorant. You know, to be honest, sometimes you are sitting in a car or on a bus, or you stand by a girl or a guy, and his body odor is so bad that you have to move. If you don't have chance to move, you stand by him for so long that when the bus comes to a stop or when you get out of the taxi, his odor leaves on your shirt. Is this what Liberia is? That they are choosing everybody else except Liberia. Why? Our future, the young kids, they are all choosing to play somewhere else. Maybe we shouldn't blame them. We should blame ourselves and say, maybe Liberia is not doing the right thing. Maybe it is not the children. It is Liberia. The American man says government does not create jobs, but government create an enabling environment. An enabling environment means the government is supposed to make it easier, make it possible for you to come and open business, start business, create an environment. That's what that is. If our government created an environment that children will be so proud of Liberia that no matter what, they would come and play for the Republic. Do we have the foundation? Do we even have insurance that with a young star, superstar, emerging superstar like Abigail comes to Liberia to play and she gets hurt? Do we have insurance? So these are the things that we need to be talking about. We need to be looking at. Why is it that the Timothy Weahs of the world will choose somewhere else over Liberia? While this young, brilliant soccer player, Davis, will choose Canada over Liberia. Now Abigail is choosing Ghana over Liberia, the women's team. Maybe it is time for the Republic of Liberia to look in the mirror and say we have hundreds of thousands of Liberians in the diaspora and their children are athletic. They are the top universities. They play in different academies. Maybe we have to do something to attract them. Is the government investing in facilities? Are we attractive enough so when someone gets hurt, the government can say, oh, we have insurance for these kids? With a young lady that is bound to be a millionaire from playing soccer, will she risk it to come to Liberia? Should the Timothy Weahs of the world risk playing for Juventus to come to Liberia? What happens if he gets hurt? Should Mr. Davis, whose parents are from Liberia, but as a refugee in Canada, he became a superstar. Should we tell him to lead the Bundesliga to come to Liberia to play? We heard last week there was a game where somebody got injured on the field. And there were no ambulance. And they have to take the injured player at the back of a pickup truck, somebody's pickup truck, to drive him to the nearest medical center. Why should a multi-millionaire child who is about to become an instant celebrity in the world take a chance to come to a place when he gets hurt or she gets hurt? That there's not even an ambulance. So you see, patriotism cuts both ways. For me to be proud of my country should convince me that I should be proud of my country. When John F. Kennedy said in his inaugural address, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country, some folks said, yes, we did have a country to defend. Do we have a country that will make us proud enough to say, for a child to say, I am willing to put everything on the line for my country? A child that goes to school in Monrovia or Grand Bassa or Nimba or Lofa, who sits on the ground all day, no food to eat, nothing. Should that child be proud of his country or her country? A child that goes to school where there are no teachers. Teachers are considered volunteers. They don't get paid. So they show up when they want to show up. Should that child be proud of a country? A country that spends no money, literally nothing, on education. A child that is born in a hospital where his or her mother, two mothers sleeping on the same bed in the maternity center. Should that child be proud of a country? During the early time, mothers that have babies that couldn't pay were arrested and detained with the babies. A mother that have babies in the hospital that cannot pay were arrested and detained in the hospital, can't go home under a female president. Few months ago, we saw a woman give birth on the streets of Monrovia at the Redemption Hospital because she couldn't afford it. Should that child be proud of Liberia? Should that child be a patriot, a true patriot? You saw 2 weeks ago, we were talking about people trying to get out of Liberia, and they were stranded because they were deported from Libya, of all places. Anywhere but Liberia. How can we change that? We discussed that. It's a very, very touchy issue, and we are hoping that you will come online and give us your take. What is patriotism? Is patriotism one-way street? That we're going to blame Timothy Weah for not coming to play in Liberia? That we will blame Abigail Kim for not choosing the Liberian women's soccer team? Or young, brilliant Davis for choosing Canada over the Republic of Liberia? Do you blame them? We will discuss. Let me bring on Myean, the young man who just graduated from high school, the pride of this station, 96.1 Truth FM. Myean, welcome to the show. Okay, Myean is taking notes. He's talking to our sources. But let's go to some of the issues that are trending in the Republic. We've been seeing the former Speaker of the House making the rounds on different radio stations, television stations about this oil block. Oranto back in the news. We are going to be looking at Bond County. There's a bad news coming out of Bond County. Deplorable bridge sinks. A pickup truck transporting local goods in Malonkai, Malonkai, in Bond County. Senator Snow warns coup brings suffering, instability in West Africa. He can attest. President Joseph Boakai seeks 1 more week extension to submit the fiscal year 2026 budget into submission. What's going on? The Unity Party Nimba Youth Secretary resigned, accuses leadership of neglect and neglecting loyal supporters. No change at MCSS as acting superintendent faces backlash over power abuse claim. The government of Liberia seeks Senate approval for $364 million road project, a deal with a civil union contractor. This is being reported in the Liberian Investigator by our smart reporter, the newsman Blambo and Toh. The government of Liberia seeks the Senate's approval. $364 million road deal with a civil union. Like Honorable Kofa was saying today on one of the shows, if you want to give out contract to Oranto, why don't you give Liberians the chance? Why don't you ask Liberians with money to put together and bid on the oil block? All because the local Liberian will know better and they will not want to bribe. But let's go to this contract. This is new, it's hot. It says here, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, the Liberian government is seeking Senate approval for a $363.9 million public-private partnership with Pavofor AL Associated, a civilian-based construction firm, to design, finance, build, and operate 255 kilometers of road corridor linking Montserrado, Bomi, Grand Cape Mount, and Lofa counties. The proposed 2026 to 2030 concession will be one of the largest road construction and infrastructure investment in Liberia in recent years, and is being billed as central to President Joseph Yuma Boakar's arrest agenda, particularly its infrastructure and regional integration priorities. But why Sierra Leone? Why Sierra Leone? Why Sierra Leoneans? Why Liberians? Don't we have architects, engineers, contractors in the Republic of Liberia to bid on this contract? So 100% of the proceeds stays in the country. Appearing Tuesday before the Senate Joint Committees on Public Works, Construction, Investment, Ways and Means, Finance and Budget, Public Works Minister Roland Lafayette Gideon said the agreement blends private sector financing with government oversight to ensure durability and year-round road access. So this represents a shift towards sustainable road asset management and the blending of efficiency with public sector accountability, Gideon told the lawmakers. And also, he says, this will help us in Guinea, supporting agriculture, trade, tourism, and regional commerce. The three priorities corridors include St. Paul Bridge, Kehleboe Waterside, focus on trade and custom operation with Sierra Leone. Medina, River Sports, aimed at boosting tourism and fisheries. Vanjima Kolahon, Medicoma, enhancing agriculture and cross-border trade with Guinea. The project includes 38 kilometers of dual carriageway toll there between St. Paul Bridge and Clay, and 217 kilometers of non-toll single careways All construction will follow AAAFHTO, ECOWAS, and FIDIC standards incorporating drainage, lighting, signage, rest stops, and traffic management systems. Gayman said the design ensures a 25-year lifespan with resurfacing schedule at year 10 to 20. On the financing and payment end, he says, under a design, finance, build, operation, maintain model, the company will cover 60% of the project financing, $218.3 million, while the government will contribute 40%, $145.6 million, through the National Road Funds and a $100 million payment bond. Revenue recovery will come primarily from toll over a 24-year period, 2027 through 2050, projected at $323.3 million, including $23 million reserved for resurfacing. The corridor began self-financing with toll income covering maintenance, operation, and debt servicing, Gayman said. Due diligence and legal compliance. Public Works said it has conducted technical due diligence on the company, noting the company has executed more than $500 million in road work across Sierra Leone, Guinea, and the Gambia. The Justice Minister, Charles Kamara, told senators the contract went through full-length concession reinforcement standard, he says. Meanwhile, Acting Finance Minister Anthony G. Myean said the deal aligned with debt sustainability benchmarks. This project, he says, will eventually pay for itself, Myean told the committee. So then what happens next? The Senate Joint Committee is reviewing the concession and will present recommendations to plenary for approval. If ratified, the agreement will mark a major expansion of Liberia's primary road network and is projected to create thousands of jobs and strengthen ECOWAS wide trade flow. This is what the government is selling to its people. They are asking us, the Liberians, to allow the civilians to come and build a road for $364 million US dollars. Some are asking, why go to Sierra Leone? Why not Liberians? We saw something similar during the inauguration. They were going to Sierra Leone for sound, for music, for everything else, almost. And people were wondering, couldn't Liberians do the sound, the speaker systems? So here we go again. We have a major contract that could have put a lot of money in the Liberian economy. Instead, that money, $364 million, is going to Sierra Leone. We will discuss later on. No change at MCSS as acting superintendent faces backlash over power abuse. MCSS is in the news. If you don't want us to discuss, you do not get in the news. Dr. Augury Stevens, acting superintendent of MCSS, is in the news. The Monrovia Consolidated School System, MCSS, crisis appear to be far from over as another internal conflict has ensued, raising concerns about another possible explosion, which could delay the learning of our students. The acting superintendent, Dr. Augury E. Stevens, faces allegation of administrative overreach, illegal staff transfer, and violation of President Joseph Boakai directive limiting the power of the acting officials. The controversy deepened after Bishop Peter K. Breeze, principal of the D12 Memorial High School, challenged his reported transfer by Dr. Stevens, describing it as illegal and in direct violation of the president's order. His resistance had led to a legal showdown, with Dr. Stevens dragging him to court for a felonious restraint and obstruction of government function. Liberia. Let me welcome the uncompromising Johnny. Welcome, Chief.
Yes, good evening and good morning from where you are. Good evening, Mr. Gayman and Myean. Thank you so much for keeping the show alive and coming on time to have our people informed. This platform has become a platform to go to. A lot of people are always glued to the radio by 9 o'clock, like I do on my way from work. I tune in and I will listen to you. I'm going through a lot of real social issues, development concern issues. And so let me say, let's take and stay, listen to the radio, listen to the platform. You guys are mostly welcome and honored to spend your time, pay for your data, and be on this show with us up to 2-3 hours. You guys need to be honored. You guys are heroes and heroines. So congratulations, join us. Let's discuss the issues that matters. Let's discuss the issue that will help to improve our society for the generation unborn. So thank you, Mr. Gayman.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Do us a favor, share this show, send in your comments. We will open the line and we will discuss. We got a lot of issues. The difference between us, though, and everybody else is everything we discuss here are genuine, all of it. We will quote you our sources, the newspaper, the writers, the date and the time, where you can fact check us. We are not here to gossip. We are not here to cuss mother. We are not here to cuss each other. If that's what you want, then you need to go somewhere else. But if you need actual news, substance, where you can be heard, this is where you need to be. Like today, we began this show talking about civics. While all the young, talented Liberians born abroad or moved abroad have chosen not to come back to this country to contribute, what is the reason? We need to delve into that. We need to hear from you too. Like I said before, John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, or what you can do for your country, but what is it that your country have done to earn that patriotism? Johnny have been traveling the country, every county, every district, a child that sits on the floor for education for years, that has been educated haphazardly. Should that child be as patriotic as an American or a Ghanaian child whose government provides almost everything for them? Meal, at least a desk, qualified teachers, someone to care for them. They are not perfect, but they are doing as much as they can for their people. Someone said there was a survey that was done. 90% of Liberians, if they had the chance, would leave the country. And they're talking about anywhere but Liberia. They will go to Guinea, they will go to the Ivory Coast, they will go to Sierra Leone, they will go anywhere but Liberia. Why is it, like I was talking earlier, if you sit in the church, in your pew, and someone sit by you, as soon as they sit down by you, they leave to go somewhere else. Soon as they sit by you, they leave, and you want on that bench, sometimes you say, maybe it's my deodorant or my arm, or my hygiene is offending other folks. So Liberia needs to look inward. Why is it that nobody is choosing us? Why our children are not choosing us? Why are people neglecting our nation? while they are choosing to go somewhere else, everywhere else but Liberia. Johnny, I want your take on this before we move on. Just before you start, let me look at this. The MCSS sponsored student in India cried out over lack of support and abandonment. Here we are. They said 19 Liberian students studying in India under the Monroe Consolidated School Systems. Scholarship programs are raising alarm over what they describe as neglect and abandonment in the institution. This is students that were not politicians. We're talking about MC at the school system itself. Here they are in the streets. Now you want to talk about patriotism? If you treat students like this, they are in the streets in India, they're abandoned. And you want them to be patriotic to our nation? If India opens their door and say we give you citizenship, they will be the first in line to abandon Liberia. Johnny, your take.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman, this is something that has been prevailing since post-conflict Liberia. And I've always said, let's remove the 100 plus years that we had before 2005. But 2006 going forward, what are we known for positively in Liberia as a post-conflict country? To say Liberia is a post-conflict country, this is where they have put their effort, this is their niche, and we're going to Liberia because they got good health system, or good education system, or they got good internet system, or good energy system, or good supply of water, or they got a very nice layout of city, their environment is peaceful. What are we known for that we as Liberians will be proud of when we get out there and you say, I'm a Liberian? What are we known for? What can we be proud of? What can make us proud to knock our chest and say, yes, I'm a Liberian? Because people will love to come to your country to see what you have that they don't have. But it's difficult to understand that in today's 21st century, education-wise, most public schools still do not have simple things like sitting capacity. Then teachers. I don't know if I told you, Mr. Gayman. The other day I was in Basel. I stopped by in a town called Waka Town. This town is right on Waka Town. It's around
the highway.
Very good on the highway. That means schools are on the highway. That means you have access to even get better facility. I went to that school campus, spoke with a young man who was once a youth leader in Basel. In fact, I didn't know I have interacted with him before, that he was part of one of my trainings in Basel. When he saw me, he said, "Oh, Chief Nagbe." I said, "Oh, where you know me from?" He said, "I know you're training us to organize the Basel Youth Caucus." I said, "Oh, okay. I mean, I do a lot of things, so I don't know everybody." And he had gotten his AA in education, and he's going to get a bachelor's in education. He is the deputy of vice principal for that school. That school is a school that is up to, I think, 9th grade, 9th grade or 6th grade. But they have 11 teachers, 2 are on government payroll, 9 of them are volunteers. How can that become a system that will live Liberia? 9 volunteers. And the guy tells me that those volunteers, not just today volunteer, they've been there for the last almost 10 or more years. They've been volunteering. So what's happening with the educational system? And that school is a public school. So is the Ministry of Education not aware of schools that are called public schools in a database or in their system? I'm asking it because if the Ministry of Education knows where all schools are located that are considered as public schools, then they should know how many teachers are there, why are they not employed, what is the quality of teaching, what is their background in the subject they are teaching. I went to another school campus in Nimba. It was built 2010, according to what I read on the wall, 2010. It's an elementary school from kindergarten to 6th grade, Mr. Gilman. Those children, can you imagine the child is around 4 or 5 years old, first time coming to school to come encounter Western education. He or she has to be sitting on the floor or on a piece of block or on a piece of plank. I did a video, Mr. Gayman. I'm not sharing it yet because, I don't want to be seen I'm trying to look for the negative part, negative side of my society or my country. But I did a video around there. I spoke to a few guys. That school was built in 2010. And the town is right on the road. The school is just probably like maybe 100 or 200 meters away from the pavement, from the Kota Road, between Kanta to Nimba. Kanta to Banga. The first town you enter when you come from Bon County is called Sokopa. Right in that town, the school is there. I went to the nursing school, the classroom of, I think it's a second grade or third grade class. They were clustered up in that classroom, no enough sitting. Look, like, I will share the video, you see the video. So what make the children to feel that they should love their country or they should be patriotic to their country when their source of knowledge is in that condition? But again, Mr. Gayman, I saw in those faces of those children, they don't even know that they are facing challenges. All they know that's a normal way of education system, that's a normal life for them. I didn't see sadness in them, I didn't see sorrow in them. I saw they're excited to come to school. And they are there clustered up, sitting like back to back and sitting on the side. It doesn't know the classroom setting. Then you go to the hospital, Mr. Gayman. I saw a video posted by one female journalist, who's always going around identifying any kind of issue. At JFK, the nation's #1 referral hospital, at the maternity center, women that gave birth, they and their babies are sharing one bed. Those tiny, I call it tiny, like what, 7 feet long, probably 2.5 feet wide, small bed. How can 2 persons share that? The woman who gave birth, who just gave life to a citizen that is to be Liberia's next scientist, next president, next geologist, positive things about our society. Their first encounter into the world in their country is that difficult and challenging. But yet and still, we draft budgets that are only taking care of we the leaders. That's why I saw that one. Listen to this former American ambassador that said our people, they are only concerned about feathering their nets. You understand? They don't want to sleep hungry. They don't want to sleep without current or water. They don't want to rack out without fuel. They don't want to rack out without air conditioning. So when they go places, and because even if they are speaking for 2-3 hours at a location, the vehicle is parked and the AC is running, the engine is running, but they don't know that the citizens that they have taken off to serve are dying because of curable diseases. They are going through difficulties because of our unwillingness to see their concerns as a priority. I really pray and hope that one day President Bokai, my uncle from Foya, will take a tour, just do a surprise visit around and go there with an eye to see what your people are going through and how you can address it. My president needs to take some radical approach in the most immediate period. If not like today, take some actions that the citizens will feel that you are a president for them and you have care and you are concerned about them. But it's difficult. I heard that somewhere in Bon County, a bridge got broken and it's posing serious danger or life-threatening situation. Why must we be going through that when we have a country with enough logs, enough rocks? Everywhere in Liberia, there is a rocky mountain. There is a deposit of rock. Where in other countries you haven't found rock, but rocks are everywhere in Liberia. Right here in Moshoto County, in Mount Barkley, you can mine almost maybe a metric ton of rock from there to build roads and do housing construction. What is happening to us? How are we thinking about our country? How do we expect our citizens to be patriotic and be law-abiding, to pay tax? You understand? To pay tax when they don't see the tax benefiting them in a way and manner that it will feel that they are patriotic Liberians. Up to now, there are parents that have not been able to register their children in school. Public school to pay $2,500 Liberian dollars for elementary or or elementary students. Someone have children in school, they go on to the principal or the school administration to appeal to them to keep the children in school while they are hustling. To tell you how our people, the parents, are concerned They are concerned about their children's education. They are very much aware that the way forward is through education. But why is our country, our leadership in this country, not giving education a priority? I mean real practical priority, not just theoretical policy priority, but practical on the ground work. What's happening? Don't they review? Haven't they known that? Realize that they got the recent WAEC exam that was a minister. Do they know how many young people did not succeed to make successful pass the test? Do they want to know why the children didn't make a pass? Do they want to know what's happening in the educational system? Who are those in the classrooms? How can a man who can barely finish high school become a teacher for kindergarten children? How can a man who, that's what happened to most of the schools when you have a volunteer teachers. Some of them are just barely high school graduates, but they are the one available. And I say, what is happening? I'm one of those that we push in our system that the monitors always say we will make sure drivers, our teachers will be lesson. And when you misbehave, when we de-lesson you, you will not teach anywhere. Just how we have driver lessons for driver to use, we have nurses and lessons to be medical or people in the place there. We must have a system where teachers must be lesson, must be checked every other period, even if that every year or every 2 years or every 3 years, we must evaluate our teachers, because this is key. Education is the bare right to nation building. Because when you're educated properly, your method of taking decision, your actions and inactions will determine the kind of society you live in. But what's happening with us? Since the war ended, what have we done to succeed in our educational system? Look at our nation university of Liberia. What are we doing there to uplift it, to give young people real sense of education, sense that they have learned something, that they can be proud of what knowledge they are acquiring or gaining from the University of Liberia? What's happening? Who's in charge? Mr. Gayman, tell me, who is in charge of the state? Who's in charge of the educational sector? Who's in charge of the health sector? So what's happening to us? So Mr. Gayman, I heard you saying when I was driving home, I just feel that what's happening with us? What's going on? What's the mistake? Where's the problem? What is the problem with our society? Are we satisfied with the way we live? Liberians, if you are not satisfied with the way we live, with the level of living you got, you have to now begin to think the other way around. We have to take decisions that will bring some radical change, radical approach to our society to improve us here. Even simple alleyways, driveways in community. They look so bad like you're on a highway. In Morovia here, you're driving through Peabody, some of the community is driving through there. Drive through Shara, drive through Dopoh Road, driving through Dopoh Road, where I live, Shara, or ski community. Anywhere, once you branch off the pavement, the paved road, you are on a very terrible, rough road to ride on. But again, the people say at least. And if we continue to say at least, our leaders will keep keeping us in our position, because we appreciate God by saying at least. Do not take at least as a serious matter. At least is a bad phrase. It's a bad word. At least it's making people to say, okay, they got something. When you deserve $50 and they give you $1 and you say, at least I get $1, then you are allowing them to do more to you and keep it at that $1 level, and you say, at least. Say, no, I do not deserve $1. I deserve $50. Where is the $50? I need it now. That's the only way we make progress here.
Well,
no, just before I tell what to you, Mr. Gayman, I went to visit my kids. My son asked me, Papa, how Morovia now? I said, we're trying there. Yeah, he said, but auntie, I want kind of Morovia just now. I said, why? He said, son, I know experience current with me, and I know experience water off. Internet bar, and I don't want about even internet here. Transportation here is cheaper, and besides that, motorbike is here too, but it's organized. It's organized in the way that you got no fear of a motorbike accident or motorbike trouble, because the system here is so much in place. Why? And that country is a post-conflict country. That's Rwanda, post-conflict country, just like us. Their own, in fact, in how many, in 100 days, they killed almost 1 million people in our country.
Yep.
Liberia in the war, they say we 250,000 people died in the war. So what's happening to us? What's happening here? Is it that we have the wrong people in charge? Or we put it, they put within they got the right people want to go there, there's something changing their mind. We got to sit down and rethink what's happening with the country. What is our direction? Have we not found our bearing yet as a post-conflict country? So let me give it to you to say something, man. But it's very disappointing to have a kind of situation.
Sometimes I think that sometimes the way you think, I'm frustrated. But then when I look at the budget, and when you have 89 or 88, 89%, 90% of the budget, or 75% of the budget going to recurring expenditure and perks, salaries and perks. Johnny, there's nothing left over. You can love your country, you can love everybody, but if you got $800 million in a budget, and $600 million that go to recurring expenditure, and you're giving each county $200,000. What? Listen, man, we all know what the problem is. No matter how you love your country, with this kind of budget structure that we have in Liberia, there is nothing that any president will be able to do unless we go back to the drawing board and say, you know what? There is a snake in Basso they used to call the Basso man called it Dopoh. Dopoh has gone extinct, according to the elders. They said Dopoh was a brilliant, beautiful, lovely snake. But he thought he was so smart. He won't leave. He doesn't want to mingle. He doesn't want to do anything. So when he gets hungry, when she leaves about 2 or 3 eggs, he will eat one. He will eat one. She will eat one. They did that until the old lady was old. She couldn't have any more children. They ate the last egg. Both of them died. They got extinct. So Dopoh only live now in our memory and in mythology. This is what I'm talking about. We have eaten everything that we raise, our money, money that comes from abroad. When it comes, what they tell you? Budgetary support, budgetary support, budgetary support. So we have eaten, we have consumed everything, and we are consuming ourselves now. How in the world will you go to Waka Town and you see 11 teachers and 9 out of the 11 are volunteer for years? Over all, if you say 10 years, that goes all the way back to the last 3 administrations, that Ellen, that we are, and now this government. And the people's lot does not change. It didn't change Ellen time. It didn't change Joria time. It's not changing, and it will not change anytime soon as long as 80 to 90% of our budgetary expenditure goes to us. Hold on 1 minute. Yes, ma'am.
So as you are on the call, Mr. Gilman.
This is you are a mathematician, you are a sociologist, you everything all in one. You tell me how we can change this. Nobody, Johnny, we take you today, make you president of Liberia. We tell you we give you $10, but $8 for you, and you $2 to save the Republic of Liberia. You tell me how you can make that happen, unless you say, you know what? I'm going to be draconian to the point where nobody, we're going to eat the $2 and $8 going to go to the people. If you do not have that transformational president, transformative president or benevolent dictator to say, you know what, no matter what these people say, $2 we will eat $2 and $8 going to go to the people. Until then, we will be spinning our wheel, we'll be right where we are, and nothing going to happen. There's nobody. How can you give a county like Grand Bassa County $200,000?
To do what?
That's what allocated to each of the counties, right? $200. That's what we are having. That's what it's having. That's what they are giving the folks. That's what they are giving the folks. $200,000. That's why it's going into the county development budget. When you go to the county, when you look at the budget and see what is allocated to the counties. So the grand bastards of the world and the Nimas and the Bunker, we are looking for this one county development, social development fund from Estella Mantel and LAC and other. But all the money that we collect ourselves, we eat it.
Yeah,
the way the budget is set up now, you can bring the best of the best. It will not even help you because you don't have it. That it is just we are set up to fail. So you go to the House now and the Senate and ask, can you guys reduce your salary? And the person they will tell you, vote. They put it to vote, and they will put it to vote, and they're going to say no, and you right back to where you started from. You remember the song? You what they say? I don't call this stuff. You harmonize my salary, I will harmonize your vote. These are human beings. Money that is meant for you. The folks are telling you, if you want to do good for us, we will fire you. The people who were the victim, they were in the street. You harmonize my salary, I will harmonize your vote, and they wipe them out. You think Joseph Walker crazy to go cut somebody's pay? They would rather eat and let everybody else die. You harmonize my salary, I will harmonize your vote. And the Child Taylor time, what did they say? You kill my mom, you kill my pa, I will vote for you. At least we could say, because Child Taylor, we didn't want no war, so people can use that as an excuse. I voted for him because I didn't want any war or the war to return. But Joseph Walker and the Unity Party turned that on its head and said, you harmonize my vote, I will harmonize your pay, or you harmonize my pay, I will harmonize your vote. So the budget as it is, it has ballooned. You can bring Barack Obama, you can bring whoever you bring over here, nothing is going to happen because of the structure of our budget. Let me look at this here. Just as we were talking, we got the government of Liberia seeks Senate approval for $364 million roadwork, Johnny. But the deal is going to civilian contractors. You tell me, how does Liberia benefit from this? Let me welcome Myean. Myean, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gayman. I've been here for a while now.
Yeah, that's good. You know, you're doing your homework. That's good. But Johnny, we got $364 million road deal going to Sierra Leone. The government is asking the Senate to approve this. The contracting company is from Sierra Leone. Don't we have Liberian engineers and builders that can do this? Sending this much money, $364 million to Sierra Leone.
Mr. Gayman, I'm even surprised that since this government came to power, they have not been able to identify its assets. You know, I did some learning around what they call asset mapping. What do you have first to your advantage before you start looking out there for all opportunities? We have several engineers, 3 engineers in this country. We have Liberians that have worked in other places as engineers. We have the Liberian Association of Engineers here. I'm wondering whether the president has ever thought about meeting with these people. For example, you want to make sure that you build roads and other public infrastructure. Who you want to first meet with? Your own nationals who are engineers, who have basic understanding about these things. Have a discussion with them. They will provide you some guidance to according towards the approach of building roads or doing other public constructions. So, for example, if you were to take that same amount they're talking about, and you tell the Liberia Engineer Association, say, look, I want Liberians to build our roads here, right? I want Liberians to build our roads. And you guys, we will finance you guys to form corporations, to form company, whatever. You will build our roads, and you will pay the money back over the period of time. Even if it's not, if it is not the total amount of 300 million, even you provide just even 10 million, and allow the Liberian engineers to form cooperated around here, construction work. You say from Buchanan to okay, let's say the 15 counties, we form like 5 different engineering groups, Liberian engineering group. We finance them to get the equipment to everything. And one group take 5 counties, other group take 5 counties, other group take 5 counties, no, 3 counties each. And we go through the financing and all other, we get them an opportunity to even take loan, because the bank will understand that you guys have contract, they will be paid. Mr. Gayman, I don't want to go too fast into some of the things, because there are things that we are going to be talking about pretty soon when my leader, Dr. Moniba, comes back to Liberia after his stay in Kigali for some time, helping the Rwandan government to start training young Rwandese and other Africans into leadership and development work. Because the same thing, you're talking about patriotism, this young man has been here, he contested, he lost the election, he's around, he's known, UP knows him very well, but because he contested, he did not give support to UP, therefore, they don't have use for him in their government. Meanwhile, another country who is looking for great African scholars, African intellectuals, African leaders to build their country system, they have identified him. He's now, in fact, they want to even keep him in Rwanda. He has refused that I will be here 6 weeks, go back Liberia, come back every 6 weeks. Somebody know the value of your citizen, but you do not know the value of your own citizen. You get that, Mr. Gayman? You understand that? Somebody else who is far from you, where there East Africa, 2 hours ahead of you in the time zone. They pick your own citizen off and right under your leg, and they make maximum use of that person in their country, as though you don't have use for him here. So I'm sure you'll be back soon. You'll be planning to come and have a public address to the nation about how the country is moving and what we can do. So you'll be providing some measures to the state about how they can take some actions to move forward. With all the issues, we are still patriotic. We want to give back to our country. We provide some options, some description to them. Whether we like it, if they take it, fine. They don't take it, fine, left with them. But we cannot continue to move like this. So if Salonian government or Salonian company can be giving $300+ million, that for me, first thing is that an African organization. I believe in Pan-Africanism. So I believe African companies should invest in African countries. Our economy should grow through African investment, African trade. But at the same time, we should also look within our own society. Do we have people that can do something like this? How can we help them? How can we elevate them? Mr. Gayman, my young brother, he did civil engineering at a polytechnic in Morovia. He worked some time with Oliver in Buchanan. Oliver won a contract to build railroads in Saudi Arabia. Oliver took my young brother from here. He lived there almost 5 years constructing railroads, serving as civil engineer. Since he came back, he has made effort to go to private ministry from Mr. Weir town to now. Nobody has time, because he did not say I will say to anybody. He did not join political party to be preaching again. But he has intelligence. That young man now has to go back in Nimba. He's now doing rubber business. The whole engineering thing he learned is, the country kills people. People dream. A foreign company took that young man, came into Saudi Arabia for almost 5 years, building railroad, doing civil engineering work there. During the COVID, everybody, he came back. COVID ended. He has gone to private ministry. I'm here. This is my profession. He has shared his CV with people around. Nobody has time to ask, which party are you in? He has no party. Where were you doing our campaign? He was nowhere around. So nobody has time. Now he has to go back. He's going out to Nima to hustle on rubber setting business. Can you imagine that, Mr. Gilman? Do you know how many librarians of that type are here? Do you know how many librarians who are engineers from different aspects, architectural, civil, mechanical, electrical? But because they did not play active for any political party arrangement, so nobody knows them, and they cannot be called to deliver or serve the country. How do we build a country? But instead, you can go outdoor and get other nationals to come and do things for you, whereas you already got the people here. No, Mr. Gayman, I remember once in 2010, I was working with one Dr. Antoine, is a Ghanaian. And by then, the center has seconded me to the Land Commission. So I was working with him, I took them around. We were doing this customary land right and issues, doing research work and things. So after 2-3 weeks of working with the man, I said, Johnny, are you from Liberia? I said, yes. He said, well, why did they hire me to come here? I said, what do you mean, Dad? He said, but you are making my work easier for me. I don't even have to come in the field. And you can just be in the field, do the work, and just send it. All I will do is just click and send. You understand that? But I said, but Dad, because you got PhD, I don't have PhD. He said, even that. He said, even that, Johnny. Somebody here should know you are here. They should take you and give you an opportunity to serve your country at this level. I can't be recruited to come from Ghana to come and help. The work I'm doing here is not much of a work that I should be paid like this. But I mean, he was very clear. Both with me was sitting there in Zozo. After having all the work done, I even sitting down having conversation, drinking our wine, and he said, Johnny, I don't need to be on this project. You can do this thing. I said, no, Dad. I'm going to have a bachelor's degree. You got a PhD. That's why they're talking to do the work. So let's do the work together. You know. But again, I'm just saying this. Let our people begin to look internally first for the experts we have. We have experts here. The UL may not be up to that standard, but they have people at the UL that are sacrificing, that are doing a lot of research work to help build the capacity of students there. And the students too, if they have the willingness to read beyond what they are told in the classroom. We got people that can do a lot of work here, Mr. Gayman. I don't doubt librarian capacity, librarian children capacity. They are very, very intelligent. The girl need to give them the opportunity. And that's why it's lacking here. Young people need the opportunity to exercise their God-given talent. And if we do that in this country, we'll make progress so fast that nobody will be like we're doing such kind of great thing.
Let me welcome Truth FM on 96.1, Myean Tobin. Myean, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Gayman, I'm here. Following, I think I'm doing little IT work in the back here.
I know.
That's
I know.
what. Yeah,
I'm watching.
yeah.
I want you to take a bite on this patriotism from the young folks, because you are one of them. I mean, what is it that we need to do? The young folks who are leaving the country, those who are refusing to come back, like this young girl, the story I sent you. What's going on? Let's talk. This is a family talk. Let's talk. If you were a child and your parents were talking to you, what would you say? What is the cause?
Mr. Gayman, first thing we have to look at the country, and looking at the country, there's something people call opportunity. So when there's no opportunity within the country, that's the time you find whenever there's a little opportunity, you see thousands of young people build a plan. Like today, we saw on the Speaker of the House poster a scholarship out on social media, and then we saw a lot of young people were on it. And then one of the things that caught my attention, people from the United Party, stalwart from the United Party, went on that post saying that it is of vlad, which means that opportunity just to scam the people, because they have already chosen those who they want to take. They just posted there just to say, yeah, the speaker is doing something. So if you look at that stuff, you see a lot of young people in the requirement they put there. There are so many things. Young people, they don't have money. So in that process, if you go, you credit money for someone, you're hoping that you'll be able to get that opportunity. If you don't have it, it makes you feel weak. So that's why you find out in the country right now, if people have money, they scam more. They are too much within the country. They are scamming people. The last time they caught two men with a lady at the Boulevard Hotel, where they lied to the people that they were the office is, so people should be able to get money for them to them. So they arrested them with about almost 3,000 United States dollars. So nowadays we see young people, everybody wants to travel because there's no opportunity, there's no way that they can be able to get income, there's no thing that they can be able to benefit. So at times you see there'll be so many fights in between. So I think if we had the opportunity, like the various companies, mining side, if you open job vacancy, you get a lot of people going in. But there's nothing. So if a single person leave from Liberia, go to another country, if you call that person say, I don't even have plan for coming back to Liberia because Liberia is very high. You cannot eat on time to even find something good doing. You cannot even get it, even money. So if you leave from here to go to another country, even Ghana or Sierra Leone, you'll be okay than even leaving your own country. So Mr. Gayman, that's the current situation. But let me bring on Mrs. Dopoh.
There you go, Ms. Sarah Dopoh. Welcome. You are muted.
Thank you so much. Maya, I want to say congratulations. I didn't have the time to do that. I want to say congratulations, and I wish you all the best. You're very young, vibrant young man and striving for excellence. I want to wish you the best and keep on doing what you do. By the grace of God, you will get there one day.
Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, Friday we have an all-star lineup. We have our own Tavina is going to be here, but Abby Tyler is going to be here. We're going to be dedicating the entire Friday to Breast Cancer Month. I mean, for the month have just ended, but that particular episode is going to be about breast cancer. We're going to have nurses, nurse practitioners, doctors. We're going to have Dr. Sumo Hobart. She's going to be here also. And we're going to have a special survivor. Her name is Quita, Queeta, Quita Kesseth, Kesseh. She's going to be here. The former state representative, Dolores Hogan Johnson, she's a double cancer survivor. She's going to be here. So we're going to have another nurse by the name of Gertrude Thomas. She's also going to be here. So yes, we are going to have a full house. Sarah, if you have time, we'd like you to join us because breast cancer, we need information. I know it's not sexy because it's not political. We're not cursing white guy. We're not cursing we're not cursing coming. So it's not something that the people have interest in. But as a panelist, as a platform that is geared towards enlightenment, we have to have these kinds of shows. Even if they don't want to watch, it is good. We have to do it. Sarah? Okay, I think she's muted. Let me welcome one of Victor Nagbe. Victor, welcome.
Thank you, Jerome. It's good to be with you. Sarah, thanks for coming and finally bringing a little bit of female perspective. It's been so of us here for a while, but it's good to have you joining. It's good to see you, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, Myean, what's up? So I was in the back and I was listening to him, man. Jerome, let me cancel advertising.
Myself, Jerome, just can't draw over me that.
Johnny, I can't
congratulate that Myean. I didn't recognize the guests. I didn't recognize the followers. I didn't say anything. You know, I was waiting for you to call me out so I can say.
If grandmaster, the old people say you get best. Go ahead, Sarah, it's your turn. You get best, young man. You get best.
Yeah, thank you so much for recognizing me. I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you so much, you, Mr. Gayman, for the show. You've been really, keeping it up. I want to say thank you. And like I said earlier, congratulations to our dear Myean for, the good work he's doing. And also to our brother Johnny, I want to say thank you and welcome. Mr. Victor, you can't met me here. I'm not going to let you eat over me. So I say, welcome as well.
Okay, let me recognize you for recognizing us. It's gonna be here. I was in the back and I was listening to this man. He can't advertise his local palm wine here. You see him, one doctor was drinking palm wine. And then I was saying, "Oh, wait a minute, this man, you gotta pay us for coming here to advertise, stuff." But it's gonna be with you. Let me welcome our audience too. And I was looking to hear Jerome, Johnny. I don't know if you forgot how this man was. He was adamant that our Ugandan-born Indian mayor-elect of the city of New York was a socialist and a terrorist. He was going nowhere. And what do we have? Now we have a Mayor Mandani coming up in New York, very young, very, very, very
I mean,
charismatic.
he's so young. I mean,
Very
he's so
charismatic.
young. With that
Now
kind of
that
big
Sarah,
responsibility, I'm really, really proud of him.
thank you very much. We have a Democratic governor coming into the state of Jersey, New Jersey. We have a Democratic governor coming into Virginia. We have
And
our
also
president.
Attorney General in Virginia.
Exactly.
Attorney General.
We have Krasner won his re-election bid in Philadelphia as a DA. Prop 50 has passed. It's going to give us 5 seats after we did redistrict, which is pushing us closer to taking over the House. Look, we're beating the Republican back. It was a beautiful night, and I'm shocked that Jerome would not at least acknowledge it.
So when it comes to
Johnny, these people get the Basel people call dry face. If they're going to Basel, say the Basel man he won in Basel. Who's all the way in Basel? Or the Gribble man won in Maryland County. We're gonna think is that the blue New Jersey is a blue state. Okay, the elector a blue person sign. New York is a liberal blue. The elector one of their own. So what
New York can flip sometimes. So
what's the breaking news that now? Listen, a lot of Republicans voted for the guy in New York. You know why? Because for the first time. A candidate in the Republican in the United States said, "I will give you free transportation, free health care, free child care, free housing. You can ride the train free. Then we'll have free grocery store. You know how to buy food." Listen, it sounds like Joseph Boyka to me that say free health care, 3 days, no child going to walk down the street with selling all of this. So we love it. You're coming because I know. 3 months from now, he's going to come and say, "My people, that thing I was talking, another way, see."
The only way we're happy now way, except the way your man has threatened to defund.
No.
The man has threatened to defund.
Sarah, let me tell you this. All the billionaires, including the brother in the White House, they come in New York and utilize our facility. They employ the best tax accountant and evade paying taxes. We will take that money from them and we will pay our people to ride the buses free. We will lower the cost of living in New York.
That's right. That's right.
Beat them
and
back.
Besides that, he did the math. He did the math before he came up with that.
Okay. You remember what Joseph Boyka said? We will arrest them.
We're not talking about Joseph Boyka.
The 48 apartment building, Georgia bill, we will take it. In fact, we put asset recovery together. Asset recovery, bring all that money, billion, we'll bring it back and develop the country.
I
know, right?
You falling for that same thing. You suffering for that same thing in Liberia. You're not bringing it again.
My brother, Joma Jala, all of the comment section, he will answer you.
So, Joma Jala said, he said, "I'm Mr. Gilman, our own GST, the Jida Hot Talk." Right. He said, "I was singing that you don't even know the difference, though." He said, "He think I'm Michael Gilman."
Why Michael Gilman?
Ganganu said, he said, "There's a guy who was singing praises for Georgia, and now he's sitting over here. He let Boyka knee sweet in his mouth."
All presidents, so all our boy.
But Sarah, you want to speak to what Gonganu is saying here? He's He's saying the President Weah is seriously sick. What does that mean? He's being flew out.
I I want the one here that says.
You know the people that got it, sick people that they don't can always be worried about.
Yeah, I hope the former president is feeling well. I hope so.
The president is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with him. They made it just running around with all kinds of tabata.
Listen, and this one here, I'm with Gongo knew that over here because when Costa said Waka are going to die in 3 more, we're running all over the place. He coming die, right? You remember? They shoot on the other phone. I told me, I'm not mad at all because when Costa said, he do that heart surgery, he would die in 3 more. We were all over the place. So, they shoot on
what's sad about that, Jerome?
Give credit to we are the first man who took money and turned the man to America to get pacemakers. So they're supposed to give credit to him.
Okay.
They all are just ungrateful, that's all.
No, the shoe is not for. Yeah, Nagbe, what you saying?
And I was saying, what is sad about this? PYJ went to his grave believing that Waka was about to die.
Listen, a lot of young people had died. Joseph Waka still here. Joseph Waka.
Anybody life, don't mind the people there.
Joseph Waka related to Paul Biya. Paul Biya, then they will be here. Paul Biya getting ready for inauguration. When the General Ali, the one from Uganda, Victor.
Yes.
The Museveni Vice President General Ali. General Ali can even say now, he said he's running for re-election.
only in Africa.
Look, Africa is the only place where the future is 90 years old. And the 24, look at New York, elected a 34-year-old young man.
34 years old.
The largest city in the world.
But Jerome, yesterday we forgot to mention that one of your Republican tacticians, one of your best strategists, left us yesterday. The former Vice President, Dick Cheney.
I'm not going to look at the thing Jerome, your man did. The brother in the warehouse. This former Vice President Dick Cheney served the country. Regardless of everything, they meant that. You know, me one statement said, you just bring flag down there, inshallah.
Yeah. Because the man voted against him, whatever Kamara Harris.
I just couldn't get over that particular one of him.
You know, making how I feeling. The way you feel that.
George,
you know what, Mr. Gayman, I'm not like from the south. You know, I'm not grow me or crew me. Can't have it.
Crew me left fighting business. You don't nothing. You don't let that go by. He let her pay debt.
Oh my God! Anything does not represent anything they call
my man, you can pay that on their body and all, my man. And that's one thing.
The man doesn't care whether you are dead or not. Hey, you see, look, you see where Abu is?
Yeah, you see, he's at the Calabash.
You see.
And I go follow Peabody from. You better wait. You better watch it.
Why have you on my screen?
Abu and the managing director of
like your Peabody had to run away.
Yeah, the managing director of the Port Authority and Abu, they're watching us from Calabash. But Abu, we miss you. We want you to come on because you bring some balance to the show. Come on back. Yeah. You can call him.
I mean, Abu can come on the show this time. Who drove him from here?
They say he can't be here while
they say man data have been harmonized. So you know.
Yeah.
Okay. They will say they'll come to harmonize everything again.
But
Mr. Gayman and Nagbe. I already thought about this time we will have the deharmonization now. Because it was a critical thing I was speaking about that it was wrong. People were taking less pay. So I thought about this time in the second year of the third year of the regime budgeting period, I'm hoping that they can remove that whole harmonization and introduce their own economic policy that will improve salary structure for civil servants in a
They
way and
can't
form
touch
that
it.
they can at least save 10% of their
Don't
income
have your
every
head.
month.
They can't touch it. They can't
Johnny,
touch it.
this how many that they put part of ACA, the Affordable Care, you remember the Republican Obamacare?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you know how many
Right.
times they said they would throw it out of the window? It's
They
still with
can't make
us.
it.
They can't make it.
They can't make it.
They ain't right.
They love the country, but they can't make it.
They can't make it.
They try, but they don't make it.
Honorable Ko said the women love the country, but around here that small road, capital road, big capital road, small road. I'll be right back.
All right. But listen, Jerome stepping aside, but welcome again. I don't think we met Johnny yet, Sarah. So if there's anything on your mind you want to start with, I'm sure Johnny has said a lot.
Well, I wanted to start. I just wanted to. I just want to put a little humor in this whole thing. I see our people running with this video of our sister Glennie and what she was struggling with the word, I know, totalitarian or whatever it is. This lady is a bully in chief. Okay. Now she herself is being bullied. Now my sister, I love her, but so I appealing to the Liberian people. You please leave my sister alone. They queen English here. Everyone I can struggle with, including the people who made it themselves. Okay, you leave my sister alone. I can't go put a woman in a trouble there.
I saw the clip myself, and totalitarianism. I think that's the word. Yeah, at some point in time, out of us, we
all struggle nowadays. Once in a while we struggle to pronounce words.
Exactly, it happens.
It's not a big deal. But the thing is, what other people do it, especially during the CDC regime, that lady bullied CDC people. She bullied our first lady. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I guess it's her turn. But anyway, it's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game.
Well, yeah. I know Glennie is all right. She's back on the show.
It's
okay.
Dr. Richardson, that thing can move her.
I know. And Dr. Richardson is also back on the show, so I'm sure they're having a lot of fun today.
Which show? On Spoon?
She's back. Yeah, she's back today.
Oh wow, that's good. I thought she was never gonna go back. I really wanted her to go back right away after that incident happened between she and Jackie, but it seems like she decided to take a little time out.
Yes. So she's back on today, so it's gonna be.
So they're not gonna have the CMC lounge anymore.
No, the political lounge is on.
Lounge,
She was on yesterday. The Wednesday off on Wednesdays.
Okay.
So it's Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I said she don't want me that show, so y'all gotta continue it.
Hey, my dear. Yeah.
Megan to all. Shout out to all around the place.
Yeah. I'm about to get there, but right now I get with the charlatan and
yeah, the multi bands.
With the multi band and tabula results.
The multi bands.
Yeah, because she called before. But listen.
But Maya, what's up with that? Ask Maya, they don't want the ground. What's going on in the country?
Absolutely, Maya, go.
What's the latest on the block?
Yeah, so you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, so I would like to say thanks to everyone who are following and listening. So on this issue about the main issue tonight, where we saw everyone are all on the social media posting about this issue of the bosses that just arrived in country, where we are seeing all of social media posts from the United Party and of the CDC, because the folks from the United Party are saying that the president is coming back to the country with a lot of new things, a lot of development for the people of Liberia.
Oh, he's still out of the country?
I'm not hearing you.
Is he still out of the country?
Yeah, he's still out of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are posting on the social media, and then we are also seeing some posts from the folks from the CDC saying that during the Weah administration, when Weah left this country, when he was coming back in broad, they same bosses, but Liberians are saying that these bosses that Weah brought during the regime, it went for 6 months, and then these bosses.
Liberians or is UPNs are saying that?
They are all Liberians. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes. So after 6 months, everything broke down. So they are the same Liberians that they are saying now again that these bosses that the Joseph Boaga government is bringing into the country, it's just like they are bringing it just to show where after certain time the boss will break down again. Because if you say bringing bosses into the country, there's no spare parts. Some of them they are just bringing it into the country to say, yeah, we brought 46 or 47 bosses within the country, but they are not functional. You just bring them and then just pack it. After a certain time, you bring 2 or 3 that are functioning. You bring it out to say, yeah, we are bringing ball into the country, free transportation, and the Ministry of Transport is not doing anything. I know there's a serious fight between the Ministry of Transport and LTA, because if you go on the street, if you carry an ID card up or license plate that is from the Ministry of Transport, LTA guys will arrest you. If you go to LTA and get lesson from them, if transport people hold you too, they will hold you. So that's a fight between the both parties. So at times you see the people that are on the field, these are people that are the driver and the motorcyclists that are going to deal with. So the LTA folks, they are all on the street all along the way. So the drivers, the motorcyclists, they go to LTA to get their lessons, to get their things, and then be able to come back. But the Ministry of Transport, they are not doing anything because they came out before with some bosses for employee. Up to now, we cannot see any outcome of it. Even the LPRC up to now, we cannot see any outcome of it. Everything is just to bring out after a certain time. We cannot see any result. Even the Ministry of Finance, they brought some bosses for employee. Right now, only one they are using. If
are you kidding me?
The Ministry of Finance going home, they follow in that bosses. In that board, you see all of them. They will be under each other going home. So this is the Liberia we are in. So we cannot complain. We just managing it.
So in essence, the whole thing at Kalabule, like just to show up.
That's what Liberians are saying, because it's not screams to them.
Yeah, but I think part of the problem, I don't know the condition of these buses, but part of the problem is the road that the buses are traveling.
Thank you.
Yeah, the buses they're not designed for the kind of roads we have. So it's a multi-layered problem. You know,
and then maintenance too is key. Maintenance.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so but yeah, we'll see what the president brings back. But we can almost already tell that those buses, they're not gonna last too long, because like you already said, the parts may not be available. So because look, every car you drive, and when I was in Liberia, my wife and I, we had cars, but maintenance was not our thing. It was not our schedule. You get in the money, you take the dipstick, you check the oil, you're ready to move on. But here I can tell you, the last time I opened my car hood, because they tell you after a certain, sometimes 3,000 miles, you got to take it in. You got to take it in, get it serviced.
I just want to believe that this is one of our problems in all sectors. Our problem is maintenance. Even in schools where you have people renovate or bathrooms and things, people don't keep it clean.
To the point where we don't even maintain our own health. You're the nurse. We don't even maintain our own health. Here you go for wellness checkup. If the doctor is seeing for 6 months,
our major problem is maintenance. We gotta work on that.
Yeah, your doctor is seeing you for a certain period of time. Even if you have a standing prescription at the pharmacy, they will call you in. You gotta go in and do the blood work. Yeah, because the blood work tells them a lot of stuff, from your sugar down to your pressure, everything. The blood work, cholesterol, all that stuff. Just by bringing your arm in. So
it's a serious problem.
Yeah, we have to we pay attention to maintenance. I know Johnny wanted to come here and say something.
Maintenance is key. Maintenance is key.
Both of you, are very much correct, because from the experience I have seen in this country, we're all looking at new things, but we don't have interest in maintenance and continuity.
Right.
Maintenance and continuity. How many times haven't we bought vehicles here for the kind of thing? That's what today, when I saw the social media post, I was just disappointed and feeling like, what kind of people are we? Why are we like this? Doing live coverage of buses. Is it the first time buses come to Liberia to be used? You understand? Bring the buses Let them get in the traffic. Let people begin to use the buses. Then we know we got buses here. You don't need to do a big publicity about that. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
know.
the second thing, like even maintenance of the vehicles. I just keep on Lofa. The road I drove on to go to Vonjema and but I didn't go beyond Vonjema. If you put those buses that see people want to order on that road, I bet you after 3 months, 6 months, they will have issues.
Yep.
And if we don't have the maintenance capacity to replace spare parts and to even diagnose the problem of the vehicle, then all the money we spend on those buses will not realize
There will
anything.
not be
But then in
for
6
nothing
months,
insurance.
in 12 months, or in 2 years, they will be packed again, then they will be scrapped. The next thing you'll see someone will buy it probably and go use it for other things. And the second thing you'll see pretty soon will be people will start leasing it or renting it to you for their own activities. But as a public entity, those vehicles that you are bringing in the country, they are for the state, they are for the citizens to use. I
Right.
hope it will be affordable and they will make it available all the time. I mean, most times, like after 2, 3, I mean, I don't feel good seeing a lot of students by the way looking for taxi. And because in Liberia, our transport system is now organized to the extent that you never show when you get on board a taxi or a bus. You never show, and that's something serious. You know what I mean? To get from your house and some of the road, you can't just say, I'll be with you 20 minutes. It's not possible because you don't know when you get on taxi.
No.
Because taxi issue is a rush, it's a fight. If you are not fortunate to get on board on time, you're waiting there. So we need to look a way to improve our transport system in the country in a way that I can tell somebody I will be at the bus station at 2 o'clock. I'm sure by 2:15 the bus will arrive. I'll be heading off to my next destination.
Yeah.
You
And
understand?
to your point, Jimmy, like here, most of the buses have schedule, and they go by schedule. They go by that schedule. At a certain time, they're supposed to be at a certain bus station. They are there on time, and so people rely on that schedule. You know,
That's the point. That is the point.
To move around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And those are all counted when you say we are developing, we are advancing. Those are the things that you can count. Your citizens access to transportation, timely and affordable transportation. You know, so like I said, I mean, in the afternoon around 2, 3, 4 o'clock, you see the children come from school 2 o'clock. They are stay on the road up to 1 hour, 2 hours. They are not even sure that they'll get on taxi or get on any car.
Yeah.
And because there's no arrangement, you know.
Yeah, and
It's so difficult.
Where people will get money from to ride these buses? People are not working. 75 to 80% people are not working. Where is the money from to ride buses?
That's another issue there anyway, you know. Because if the economy is not booming, people purchasing power is less or not there at all, then what do we do?
What do we do? We'll take our, get on our feet and start walking.
Some people walk, and some people actually decide, even sometimes you get the money in your pocket, or because you cannot get on board the taxi or bus at the given time, you decide to walk. Normally, when I didn't have my own car, I was never patient to wait for taxi for more than 30 minutes. I prefer walking along the road until I can find taxi.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't have that patience to stand. And when I stand and I'm not sure that I'll get on taxi, I never had that patience. I will keep walking until I can get taxi, or maybe almost to my house and I'm going home. But I can't wait one place for 30 minutes, waiting for taxi. I mean, indefinitely with no surety that I'll get on car.
Right.
No, I don't stand that thing. Fortunately, I've got my own car now, so that problem is solved.
Yep. So I mean, I think government just need to take a look at that. It's good. It's a good thing for those buses to come. If buses came during the CDC regime, buses are coming again. But at the end of the day, how well do you maintain it? How well is it accessible for our people? That's what they need to look at. The rescue mission needs to look at, and also maintenance is key. Maintenance. After your 6 years, if those buses will still be here, that's what we want to know. Maintenance.
For me, my advice is they should not put any other buses on dusty road. They should not put anyone on dusty road. They should keep them only on the paved road.
How many paved roads you got?
But listen, the road is paved from Monrovia to Buchanan.
You will be turning around right in Monrovia, Buchanan, back now.
Then the road is paved from Monrovia to Nimba, Sanukole, maybe almost to Logo border. The road is paved to Seleke is like maybe 60% or 70% paved, 20% to 30% is unpaved. It's still rough. Then from Seleke to Tabeta is paved, you know. So Then Lofa from Morovia to Golu is paid. So the thing is, those vehicles are having serious hard tech issues. Even the dogs can qualify for the sensors. They
Yeah,
are basically hydraulic systems. So if you put it on dirt roads and begin to go through difficult terrains and things, you will soon experience problem that you cannot solve in the way back.
do they even have
And,
mechanics for those buses? Mechanics.
and some of the price of those vehicles may be so expensive that it was okay, let it pay and wait it because we don't have money now to repair or buy the spare part.
Right.
So the best they can do, keep those cars on only on the paved road and send those cars to schools. Look at Peabody District and Seleke giving Peabody District 3 buses, just turning around Peabody children to carry children to school. And put 2 or 3 buses in the Bushro Island for the children and outside to go to school.
But joining the buses are intended to get revenue. How they going to assign it to schools? Is it going to be free?
Yeah, but I mean we got free buses in New York now.
You
No,
can
starting Monday, free buses, free food, free housing, free
Good morning, my neighbor. You're in New York now.
That's not the time now we gave you out. That's not the time now. Don't say starting Monday. The man had to put his government in place.
Don't mind the man, sir. Don't mind.
Okay.
He's a clear hitter.
So why you not giving Worker time to put his program in place for the wheel to start turning?
Worker be there 2 years now.
Oh,
but
come on.
I wanted to ask though, Jerome. I'm not sure you guys talked about this. Yesterday we kind of brushed at it a little bit, right? Kamara kind of is reporting that there is a 255 kilometer proposal for road construction, right? $363.9 million.
Mm-hmm. I got it right here.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, what is the yellow machine? I mean, I'm really confused here. So there is a gentleman.
Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah.
Abu, instead of being a calabash, you should be here answering a Victor Nagbe question.
He will answer you from Calabash.
Yeah, you see what he said here? He said he watching from Calabash. But he won't come and answer the hard question. He over there drinking his champagne.
So Kamara is writing, and I was reading it. I'm just really confused. He is saying that the investor does not have the requisite capacity. Because the way it is structured, the government of Liberia will provide $145.6 million, and the rest of the 200, I think 18 or something million dollars is supposed to come from this investor, and then the investor they will go ahead and put tolls on the road.
Yeah, but let me read what the president submitted to the House earlier. It says here the Liberian government is seeking Senate approval for $363.9 million public-private partnership with this company from Sierra Leone.
Right.
And that's a Boca, brother.
Yeah, the firm is to design, finance, build, and operate 255 kilometers of major road corridor linking Montserrat, Bomi, Grand Cape Mount, and Lofa counties. The proposed 2026 to 2030 concession will be one of the largest road infrastructure investment in Liberia in recent years, and is being built at the central to Joseph Boakai's arrest agenda, particularly its infrastructure and regional integration properties. Prior to appearing Tuesday before the Senate Joint Committee on Public Works, Concession, Investment, Ways and Means, Finance and Budget Public Works Minister Gideon said the agreement blends private sector financing with government oversight to ensure durability and year-round access. Now, this is it right here. The road will cover St. Paul Bridge, Kehleboe Waterside, focus on trade and custom operation between Sierra Leone. This is what Waka say now. The bridge, the Lofa Bridge, it will connect Boe Waterside to Liberia. It will focus on trade between Sierra Leone and Liberia. Number 2, Medina River Sport, he says, is aimed to boost tourism and fishery. And number 3, Venjama Kolahon Seleke Kromah, enhancing agricultural cross-border trade with Guinea and Liberia.
Can I hold you to a point? I saw the road to Medina. Is it going to be paved?
That's what they are saying here.
Okay. Right.
So he says that the project includes 38 miles, 30 kilometers of dual carriageway. I mean, they will put toll between St. Paul Bridge and Clay.
To get the money.
Yeah. And then 217 kilometers of non-toll roads. Then they will have another one there again. Gideon said the design ensure 25-year lifespan with resurfacing schedule at every 10 to 20 years. Now the financing though, he said the design, finance, build, operation, maintain the model of 60% for the private sector, 218 million, while the government of Liberia will pay 145.6 million to the National Road Fund. And then an extra $100 million bond. Revenue recovery will come primarily from the toll, he said, within 24 years. In the 24 years, they have done the projection. They project that they will recoup $323.3 million, including $23 million reserved for resurfacing. The corridor becomes self-financing with toll income covering maintenance, operation, debt servicing. Gideon said, there's the same Gideon man who said he took $20 million and $8 million is somewhere. He said they didn't use it, but where they won't tell us.
Right.
Sell us this again. He's selling us another pig in the bag.
Another pig in the bag.
So,
Kamara, according to Kone here, in order to even break even, right? This road has to generate $900 million per year in toll revenue. Where's the traffic? I mean, you are I work in terms.
That is exactly what I want to ask the question about.
Yeah,
where's the traffic count?
Where's the traffic?
If you walk in, you will pay.
Almost $500 billion into a road. Where's the traffic?
I think they are thinking that once the roads are paved over there, people will go there. Freaking.
How? But where?
So, but Mr. Gilman, I mean, if it's about what my sister Sarah is saying, they are thinking that normally the kind of business should have a projection plan to say, do on the ground. What is Liberia's current traffic count? Flow of traffic. Traffic count means how many vehicles in the road at a given time. All the things.
Right.
So if you don't know that traffic count,
yeah. So everything is based on assumption.
Listen.
But I think it's just for me. I think it's just it's a good news to hear.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I think the whole thing it's just about good news to say that the government has said this so because everybody have too many concerns and too many expectations. So to address one of the expectations is to just bring out the kind of news. But I don't see the reality to this matter. Look, during the regime of Madam Salif, they were doing this Dopoh Road. Dopoh Road is not yet complete.
Wow.
You understand? Of course, it's not complete. I mean, look, I'm saying it because I got some background training in transportation planning. At the University of Liberia, when you do graduate studies, your master program in regional science, you do transport planning, health system planning, you do educational system, all kind of planning within the development course. So when I look at Dopoh Road, the drainages are still open, they are still causing serious health hazard. If that's where citizens now can throw their garbage along the way. Secondly, you see the layer of the pavement, some part you depreciate, some part you are elevated, telling you that this road is incomplete. I don't know what our private ministry has record on all the contracts, why the contractor have reported that the road is complete or not. I don't understand. So Dopoh Road is not complete. So I'm worrying whether this $300 million contract is going to happen or not. And I think when I hear about local component, I think that component is to consider from Foya to Vonjema. Because like we heard, they are doing some major buildings in Foya. And so therefore it will be easy to have a paved road there between Medicoma border with Sierra Leone to come to Vonjema, which should be anywhere around maybe 35, 45, 50 kilometer distance. Then the portion from Vonjema to Zozo to Salaye, I don't hear about that in the plan. I talk about other portions. But I want to be sure that this thing is real and will happen. And before I be sure, I got to see first what has happened over the last 17, 18, 20 years with road construction.
But Johnny,
road that we're building in place,
what I want to know, Johnny, I want you to help me here. In the midst of all of this, what are we doing with the 285 yellow machines? And we're going to pay somebody $363 million to do what?
No, I think Mr. Gayman, I think Brother Nagbe, I think the government has decided not to go along with this 285 or the 3 yellow machine issue. I think that, I mean, because if they are introducing
But they
this,
have
this
to
Johnny,
people that
but Johnny, yesterday you say what parked to the barracks. So what happened now? You say what parked there?
no, but I want to ask you, because I heard that when the machine, I heard that the first machine that came to the country were parked at the barrack. Right. That's what I heard. No, but I think with the new bill introduced now, the new bill introduced now from the government, that is telling me that probably they want to just go away from that arrangement and go into this new thing. Because if we are sure of getting 200 plus yellow machine in the country, then we don't need to have any concession agreement with anybody to come and build road. Because those machines can just be used by our engineers, our private ministry, other places, and we can finance it and pay our roads.
So we don't have to be paying the BP money. That's what the yellow machines went for, right?
Yeah,
so
But I think, like, I gotta be honest with you. Anytime United Party government come to power, they come up with all these bogus concession agreements, and it hurts Liberian people. This is one of them. And Liberian people need to open their eyes. All the bogus agreements we have in our country came from our United Party government. They come in power. They tell the Liberian people they are the book people. They know everything. They don't consult experts, and then at the end of the day, they leave these kind of concession agreements with the Liberian people to deal with. Okay, like you said, Jimmy, where is the data to show traffic flow between maybe Moreover and to those areas in order for you to come out to determine how much revenue you will even generate from a toll when you put it there? Where's the data?
I mean, sometimes you're driving on that road, you drive for 10, 20 minutes, you see no car passing you.
Exactly.
I mean, the only car on the road.
You don't have car on the road.
And you see that kind of thing, that means somebody get carton inside. A lot of people get carton in it. That's why they push in it.
Johnny,
with the oil black deal, the same thing.
Johnny, you in Liberia, if you wanted to attempt to collect toll to make money, what part of Liberia, what road do you think realistically can make few dollars a day? Where will you put a tool to collect money?
Number one, from Pinsville to Broad Street. Number two, from Pinsville to Freeport to Broad Street.
Okay.
Number three, from Morovia to Kakata.
Okay.
Number four, I'm telling you, number four, from Morovia to Habe up to Buchanan.
Yeah.
Because here is the argument. When you're going out of town from Morovia,
people don't go.
You experience more traffic between Pinsville and Kakata. When you pass Kakata, going to Waterloo and Banga, you can go faster. The road is free, probably not free, now you can go faster. You understand? And in Morovia, the traffic gets heavy from as early as 5 in the morning to as late as 9 or 10 in the evening between Pinsville and Broad Street to Douala, Freeport to Broad Street. That route is busy almost like 20 hours or 18 hours a day. And that's why, in fact, I always tell people that it is that portion of the road that must be the best road in Liberia, well reinforced, because it carries a lot of load. It carries light vehicles, heavy vehicles, heavy equipment on that street, on that road, from Pinsville to Broad Street, Freeport, Douala, coming back from Freeport through the new Chipane Highway to Pinsville Red Light. And that's where I think if you put toll there, you will make some money, but it won't be as much as getting 10 million or 9 to 10 million or 15 million in a year. Because the first thing is that the economy is poor. How many persons can pay and can afford to pay money on taxes and keke and all kinds of things? So, I mean, how much money you raise? So, let me ask one question. How much you think you'll be paying per toll? How much do you pay per toll in the US? Mr. Gayman, all of you.
I mean,
some places is $1, some places is 50 cents, some is $3. Like on our royal now going towards Dopoh, during the week is $3. During the week is $3, and during the weekend is $5, something like that. So it depends, and there's a lot of traffic going back and forth on that road, so that people make their money. They do make their money. If
you go to Hoboken, where Chris Christie tried to be president, and I think you pay almost $13 just to turn.
There you go. And even taking some highways, you pay more. You pay, a little bit more.
Yep.
So let's say we want to use the U.S. system as a benchmark. You have $5, you have $15, you have $11, you have $1. So for Liberia, let's say we are down the scale. Let's assume that every car in Liberia will pay $1. As you enter, you try the road, you pay $1 on the toll. $1 right now is around like what, $150 to $200. So imagine imagine if every car in Monrovia that will travel on the Ganansville or the Somalia Drive, what are you going one way? Every trip you make, you pay $200. They will bring confusion here because I don't see which taxi driver or which car here will afford to pay $200 every time they go to Freeport, $200 to come back to Redline.
Jimmy, they can do it, but they will put it on the consumers.
But the issue will come from.
Okay.
Then you have increase in transportation fare. And if you do transportation fare increment, then you have issue with the economy. How much people being paid?
Like somebody saying in the comment section, how many people got cars?
Exactly.
Cars.
Yeah.
That's
right.
How many people got cars?
So I'm hoping that they will have done a thorough transport planning assessment, transport condition in Liberia before you say you want to invest into. I don't know if that investor is very serious. Then I think he's making a mistake, or maybe that money he got, he won't clean it for some reason. Because if you really got money that you want to invest, you should do all the groundwork assessment.
Right.
Because you want to make profit.
And it should be realistic. Don't just put numbers together and put it. Let the number reflect what's on the ground.
It is not going to happen. This amount of money we're talking about to raise this money. Especially
people don't want to do some people news right.
That area from Clay, from St. Paul Bridge to Vanjama, how you would raise almost $1 billion? How is that possible?
So are they saying they will raise $1 million in a year?
Yes.
$1 million US?
That's what the firm is.
No, I think they will be $1 million.
US dollars, Johnny.
These people are talking about, even they said, okay, let's say the contract is 25 years. Okay, you are talking about almost $500 million. Where do you? First of all, the economy. Yeah. How many, like you said, how many people own cars?
Yeah.
And not only that, but if you put a toll booth, you also going to incur expenditure, right? You got to pay salaries because the toll is going to be open 24/7.
Yeah.
So you will need 3 shifts, 8 to 4, 4 to 12, 12 to 8, and you have to pay these people. So you can look at this and see that this is another scam.
Yeah.
We're going through.
There's no way the government should do this, and look what they are doing. This is what we talk about, transferring wealth, right? This is money laundering. We talk about $364 million that could be spent in the Republic is being sent to Sierra Leone. Mr. Nagbe, the country has no money. The Liberian government, our budget is about $600-700 million. You're taking 50% of that and sending it to Sierra Leone. What happened to the companies in Liberia?
Yeah.
If these people take your money and go bankrupt, there's nothing you can do. It's like they're out of the country, out of the bill of weight of the country. Where you going to sue them in ECOWAS?
Yeah.
I don't think the legislature should approve that. They need to really study it very, very good. The whole thing appears to be a scam.
It is. I mean, there's a reason why I don't like about Kamara Corner. He write the flowery, great stuff, and then he goes and then disappears. Right? He doesn't advocate. He doesn't fight. You don't see him in the public. He doesn't give news conference. He doesn't do. He just kind of read his stuff and say, "I told you." Then he goes back in his shell.
In his corner. At the end of the day, they pass what they want to pass.
I mean, to his credit, it's because of him that we're talking about this. I mean, it's not really.
The credit is due to him, but he got to follow up.
Yeah, it's not being reported on, but you're right. What's he going to do? I mean, he probably brought his government to power.
That's correct.
Yeah,
I know this man can lobby 3, 4, 5. He can convince enough senators to say, you know what, let's kill this thing. It's not right for our people.
That's right.
But he has not done that.
I mean, as much as the rescue mission is so angry and so anxious for tangible, they have to be very careful instead of putting the Liberian people in, something like a nightmare for them. Seriously.
So you put a toll booth, and a guy come to you and say, Mr. Nagbe, my man, I ain't got no money. Where you go? Now you got to tow his car.
Right.
You're gonna tow his car. How you gonna get him out of the lane and say, how they gonna? I gotta see how they want to build this.
The whole thing is just a flap.
Yeah, because the same thing they came up with this yellow machine thing, and everybody was all over the place saying yes. You're gonna develop the country. Every country gonna get 19 machines. Big country gonna get 19. River Team gonna get 19.
Something like boy jumping up and down. Rescue.
Yeah. River and Mamaka Kamara in her yellow machine waving, and again AI people on the street waving along with her. Oh, I mean, these people were
manufactured. Yellow machine again.
These people were manufactured, right? They just came from nowhere, lining the street, and she waving to them like a queen. She waving in her yellow machine, and today we don't know where it is, but 363 million. That's a lot. The president, let's look at this now. The president is asking President Waka see 1 week extension for 2026 budget submission. They can't get it together. Here it is. These are not make-up stories. These are real stories right here. See here?
Wow.
Joseph Waka see 1 week extension. Here we are. It says here, Capitol Hill Monrovia President Joseph Waka has requested 1 additional week extension from the House of Representatives submitted draft national budget for the fiscal year 2026, citing ongoing consultation with key domestic and international partners to ensure the plan is realistic. Can you imagine? Johnny, the president said he want to consult other folks to make sure that his plan is realistic. Why he say he got all these book people around him? How is this possible?
I think I really don't know how to respond to this, but it has a lot to say to people. It means a lot. When I say it means a lot, this is not an emergency. It is known that every period of 1 year you do a submission of draft budget to legislature. So if you have 12 months, you bring your budget down into three months, you do budget assessment, budget review, budget report. Second 3 months, budget report. As you're reporting against those period of quarters, you are projecting for the following year. So how will it be so difficult that 3 months to the end of the budget year, you wouldn't have a draft on hand already? I'm seeing it because I have the experience. I'm managing projects, and they will ask me, give us FY26 budget from your project. My FY26 is already gone.
There you go.
Since September, I sent it in because I know you gotta go through several other offices to review. But I'm the producer. I have my deadline to do that. It's part of my activities. So I send it in. The first office receives it and asks me for a conference call. On Teams or what we discuss it. The projected that we discuss it. What do you have here? Is this practical? Is this real? Do you think the economy in Liberia will provide? You will be able to do this? Is this sufficient to pay somebody this amount based on economy? People are telling me about paying people here because they want to know whether the payment of people is in line with the economy. So I don't get people because pay people, but you must pay somebody and then be able to save something for tomorrow. You understand that? So I don't understand why. The biggest institution in the country is the government. We always have these kind of issues. Then the reason is that we stay comparing notes with international partners and donors. So I know something I won't say here because where I work, some of the places I sit, I will not say anything here. If you let Mr. Gayman, don't come on your show, but I will not say anything here regarding what is happening. I'm just saying that we should work far ahead of time. We should expect that we need to submit budget to legislature every year. So why ask for, and you ask for two weeks, 1 week or 2 weeks?
It says
1 week.
Boyka stated that it's a communication to Speaker Cohn read in the plenary on Tuesday. Boyka cited Section 17.1 of the amended and restated Public Finance Management Act, which required the executive to submit the national budget at least 2 months before the end of the fiscal year. A deadline that had passed already. Boyka stated that the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning and the Liberian Revenue Authority have finalized some revenue expenditure framework, but input from stakeholders, key stakeholders, including the international community, will tell them whether they are realistic.
That's a lie. They just lie on the international community.
It's a number here. For those, this man been in government for 40 some more years. Here, he was vice president for 12
man, a trouble man here.
He was president for 12. He was vice president for 12 years. Now he's president for 2 years. When we are doing budget here, the budget will be based on your first year. Okay, we say first year projection. Your second year should have something called variance, right? You know,
variance, yes.
The first year, we said we needed $1 million for fuel, and after the first 12 months, we found out that we underestimated. So then they would say, well, the variance. You would say now instead of 1 million, we need 1.3 million. Then they would take to justify the variance. Then
exactly.
You would do the numbers, right? You would say, I need 10,000 gallons of fuel at this number. I need this brick pad. I need this. And then that's the variance and the budget justification line item by line item. And this man is telling me that after all of these years, this Kamara corner man that they say he was the most brilliant man will come to do all this. If they can't do this and they're waiting for the U.S. embassy to tell them whether it's realistic, we are in trouble.
Did they tell you they're waiting for the U.S. embassy?
But when they say our key stakeholder, we know who it is. To tell them whether they are realistic. How can the president say this?
Yeah.
You run your house, you know how much, you know how much you will pay in light bill a year, you know how much your food gonna cost, you know, your fuel, your car note, your insurance, you all of these things, you know. If people warn you in advance that next year your insurance gonna go up by 5%, and you are paying $200, you know, where 5% or 2%. So you know all this already.
You know that, yeah. But that's what we've been saying, Jerome. Like, you know, you come out on the, you know, you say the experienced driver, you know, and that's why this person was elected, right? Because of what you just said, the experience that he was bringing to government, right? He's being government. I mean, he's serving so many capacities in new government in and out. You know, if somebody come to you and say the experienced driver, they get in the car, they ask you where I'm gonna put a key to start a car, you know. It sounds as though we haven't found a key to start this car. 2 years. 2 years. So do you know, it's like right now they're trying any and every little thing, and you know, nothing is working because you know why? They're staring the solution in the face and they're refusing to pluck up the courage and the guts, right? The puya call it the kahunas, right? To tackle the problem. I was listening to you guys in the back and you were talking about how much of our money, you know, is going to recurring expenditure, right? Almost 90%. And this president is still hiring consultants in addition to this bloated payroll. 2 years going, he has not been able to.
It is bloated.
Yes. And he just forwarded another agency by fiat yesterday. By order 155.
What is it? Blue carbon, whatever they call it, you know. Jenny Cooper, I think it's supposed to be. So, you know, it's so like the people say, you know.
And with Dr. Kodio, they just started another work today. The Senate passes Cybercrime Act. They're going to open an agency for cybercrime.
The people ain't know what they're doing in that place, though. They don't know what they're doing. You have a country that is already struggling. They're all day they're opening different stuff. What is that?
Cyber Protection Act is coming, so we're gonna have a special agency, and this is what they say now. Why are they doing this, right?
No, but Mr. Gayman, 1 minute, Mr. Gayman. We are doing all of this. Meanwhile, we still have across the country volunteer teachers.
That's correct.
Yeah. And volunteer DEA agents too.
Nurses as well. Nurses are underpaid.
Volunteer DEA agents too, Johnny.
Nurses are underpaid.
But listen to what the pro temp says. She said, at long last, the Liberian Senate has passed the Cyber Crime Act of 2025 aimed at establishing a modernized digital and cyber security legal framework in the country. The proposed act also seeks to combat internet fraud.
Look at that. So what's the budget for that? What's the budget? Where the money coming from to pay for that?
What is in Liberia that somebody want to steal?
That's why I'm about to ask how many victims we have. I mean, yeah, it's not good to wait until, but really, how much is this a problem in Liberia right now? Internet.
Instead of them focusing on the nitty-gritty, the real thing the country is facing, they're passing all around with all kinds of.
Listen, man.
So wait.
Somebody, I don't want somebody stealing Sarah Dopoh email address. I don't want somebody stealing your password.
So, how many people got internet?
So how much of our economy is digital? How much people doing business online? I mean,
we are going to have a director of cyber security.
Money and time.
We're gonna have a director of cyber security, assistant director, deputy director, deputy assistant. They will create another whole bureaucracy here. Yeah. So, Nagbe, you were talking about the recurring expenditure of up to 90 now. With all the new agencies that are coming.
Yeah.
We're pushing 95%.
We're pushing 95%. So you know,
and you will pay them $10,000 annual and monthly.
Of course.
That's
these
right.
These are directors and deputy directors.
Because they gotta get a generator, they gotta get a scratch card, they gotta get a gas can, they gotta get all
that. Time and resources.
Nagbe, we began the show about talking about patriotism. What is patriotism, and is it a one-way street? And it began with this young lady that made international news today, Abigail Kim, that declared that she applied to FIFA,
right,
transfer her citizenship or her allegiance from the United States to Ghana. But she's a Liberian. And her father, she was born, raised, like our Liberian stuff, but she decided to take side with Ghana, and people are wondering why not Liberia. So the question is, it's not why not Liberia, but why Liberia?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Why Liberia? Are we giving the young folks a reason to risk everything to come back? To risk injury, to come back to Liberia when yesterday we read where they had a game in Monrovia and a player got seriously injured and there were no ambulance. They had someone to the back of their car to take them to the hospital.
Imagine.
Should we blame the Timothy Weahs of the world for staying abroad and finding greener pasture somewhere? The Davis boy in Canada that is now one of the biggest stars in the abundance.
And I tell you, Johnny, here in a little township, let me say a little township like, let's compare it to say, not even Oro. But when the children are playing a league, you got a fire truck park, you got an ambulance park.
Of course.
Everything. Paramedics are packed.
Not to mention the police and all of that. If anything happened, they're taking that child straight on the ambulance, So and these are the little things, you put them together, you call yourself, a developed, system. Right now, we living all the little underbelly connections, we're going for the big, the big goal, big items. But like we were talking about the buses. You bring the buses. How are they going to apply the rules?
Oh.
Why don't we think about that first? So yeah, this little girl, I mean, your question is in place. Why Liberia? What is it that we offer? Yeah, love of country, patriotism, and all of that. But you gotta also be proud of your country. It has to give you something back. I mean, yeah, we gotta love our country. Maybe for nothing because we were born there. But the young people today, they're not like you and I. The girl is trying. I saw the clip you posted. I didn't have a chance to read the whole thing, but I noticed you said she was Liberian born. So I was wondering, is she Ghanaian or is she Liberian?
I
Her
think one of her
parents.
parents.
One of her parents is Ghanaian.
Okay.
But it's the same thing we talked about. The young man in the Davis border when the parent moved to
Alfonso Davis, yeah.
Yeah, Alfonso Davis that moved to Canada. He's one of the biggest in the German league.
Yeah.
But he chose Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, and the people don't ask the question because anything they say now is, the president's son playing abroad, so why should other people come?
Yeah.
But the question was the same thing I'm asking, and I said the same thing with my son when he was playing college ball, and they wanted to bring a group of kids with the NBA to come to Liberia. The first thing they asked was the facility. Do you have facility for these kids?
Right.
And the University of Kentucky made it clear. if you get injured,
right,
okay, you got $400,000-$500,000 scholarship. If you fall and break your knees and break your legs, the scholarship has to go to the next guy up.
Yeah, yeah.
So facility is very important, like here, right?
Yep.
I coach basketball and I volunteer on football. Every staff is required to be CPR certified.
That's right.
They all got a CPR certification.
Yep.
So they do these things to make sure that
for safety reasons, yes.
The kids are the future. I mean, I don't have to tell you all the have children in this country. You see how their children, the elderly, and their dogs and their animals. Those three things you play with, you go into jail. No anybody.
I know, right? That's for sure. That is absolutely right.
You do something, and the animal control come to your house. They have arresting power.
And the women now, don't forget the women.
And I had a put up an NFL player in jail for I don't know how many months.
Oh yeah, Michael Vick. He was betting on dogs and doing all kinds of stuff. But so, Sarah, you talk to us about this patriotism. Do these children have any other choice?
But this is the thing, Mr. Gayman. This is the reason why even that post you're talking about, I saw somebody commenting underneath, oh, but we our son is not even coming, so why not? Well, make your country, provide the needed resources that is available when these kids come here so they can be safe. Nobody want to, just give their life away, come here, go to Liberia, but if something happen, and, no ambulance, no good doctor to treat them, nobody is trained in anything. So what do you expect them to do? And I actually wanted to comment on the budget thing that we're talking about. The reason why they are not even able to submit that budget on time because of the misappropriation of funds that they do during the distribution of these funds. They will put money in the budget for example, they will put money in the budget for Bakolu. One time Bakolu will not see it. It will go somewhere else. They put money in the budget for Tomalin High School. MCSF, they will not get it. It will go somewhere else. So at the end of the day, they are not able to put a comprehensive, financial document together to be presented to the government on time because they misappropriate everything. We see these things. And for them to come out and say, oh, you give a 1 week extension because we have to consult with the international community or our partner, that baloney. What your partner got to do with your budget? What your partner got to do with your budget? You're supposed to have these things on here. You guys, for God in heaven's sake, told other people that they were dumb. They ain't get brain. They don't need no book. You want to book people there now. What all these things? This is ridiculous.
Well,
Mr. Gayman and Nagbe, This is my CPR kit.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
And I was trained for this thing for what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and this is
Yeah.
my kid giving me everything in here. I must keep it on me everywhere I'm traveling in case I see somebody getting the problem. I
Thank you.
start by provide first aid.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
this is my kid.
I don't know how many of you, Johnny, we have over there. I'm pretty sure we don't
Amen.
have people that are trained in that.
Listen.
Maybe except our nurses and physicians.
And Johnny, just for the benefit,
Somebody mentioned here. We talk about buses coming. Nobody can make
buses can't even turn.
They can't make U-turn in Liberia.
They road too small.
So you're going straight. You can't go straight. You can't turn around.
But
you remember John Bear?
Yeah, John Bear.
But I told Mr. Gayman, most of the roads the people face are some kind of small road, 2 lane. 2 lane. What kind of bus they turn around on 2 lane like that? He said, it's gonna be difficult.
No, the bus though. Listen, the buses will run directly from Morovia to Buchanan.
Then you turn around.
From Morovia to Banga, from Morovia, Kakata, Banga, Sanukule, Kanta. That's it. Morovia, Fonjema, turn around,
So
come back.
why don't they just do a train track? Because train just go straight.
Or the buses will run from Pinsville. You got around a cape from Pinsville, Broad Street, come down, Wizard Island, back to Freeport, and back on Pinsville. That's it.
So Johnny, where does it make a U-turn? Just in case past the exit.
No, that won't take to you. The bus takes off from Pinsville, direct flight to Central Morovia, from Morovia to Freeport to Pinsville and back. If they can't do U-turn, I will do. But I think the roads, some part of the road can allow U-turn, but don't bring that in here. We can do U-turn here.
What about U-turn? Johnny, a big.
We can do U-turn anywhere in Sinco, anywhere on the old road. We can do U-turn. Don't matter me talking that thing. We can do U-turn. Even on Broad Street, we can do U-turn on Broad Street.
On Broad Street?
Yes.
But I think Broad Street is wider. Broad Street is a little bit wider.
Johnny, if you do U-turn, you will clap plenty more cars.
Johnny, these buses we're talking, these long buses are long, Broad Street.
They're huge.
No, but the buses that we will receive here, they're not very long like that, man. No. The ones I saw today on the social media, they're not that long. You remember when I entered university newly in 1990, those buses President Joe brought those long buses with tube in the middle of it. We had long buses before here, and it's a two U-turn.
That's the point. Where does it make a U-turn? Where?
It will make you turn the traffic. People will wait for you to turn around.
Johnny, you serious? I beg you, man. In the traffic? That traffic 2003.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, let me give you a good news here. LACC cleared Lo-Fi University official payroll pattern illegal disbursement allegation against him. So that's a good news. The Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, had cleared 2 senior officials at Lo-Fi University, Dr. Molu Koso, Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Myean Kamara, Human Resource Officer. All allegations linking them to payroll pattern and illegal disbursement, totaling $337,000 and $13 million Liberian dollars have been found to be false. So that's great.
Does that mean that the university is about to be open, or are they open already, or what?
Well, we'll find out whether if they didn't steal the money, then who stole the money? They got open. Okay. For those of you guys who were all over the CMC for resignation today, it says the Unity Party Nima Youth Secretariat resigned. Accused leadership of neglect and negligence and neglecting their loyal supporters.
Wait. He's from Unity Party?
Unity Party, that's right. Ganta Nima Kante. Prentice Doma.
Some people knew they can be running away.
Yeah. Prentice Doma, the Secretary General of the ruling Unity Party chapter, has resigned, publicly criticizing the leadership of the party for sidelining loyal members in the distribution of job opportunities, but prioritizing people who have no history of supporting the Unity Party.
You see
And
that?
the chairman was just on air the other day. Oh, on my leadership, they never come to power. But when they asked him about corruption for a government, he couldn't answer that one. Like, come on now.
In a bold move indicating growing discontent in the United Party, Secretary General Dopoh on November 4, 2025, posted on his Facebook page to announce his resignation as Secretary General for Media and Publicity from a fundraising committee created by the party to manage fundraising activities for the launch of the construction of the headquarters.
Oh God!
Jerome, we can't laugh too hard because we're still dealing with our part of fallout, so we can't laugh too. Let's run and laugh. Let's go ahead.
But wait! You're on a fallout in Bon country.
Listen, our owner fallout. Somebody dislike somebody, but this is what the man said. Blatantly, they neglected us. And they hiring people who had no connection to the party.
Everywhere get trouble. Everywhere got trouble.
He said, I just dropped a line with Senator Nyenwolo Jr. and he accepted my resignation as Secretary General of the Media and Publicity Committee of Unity Party, the fundraising committee for the new
party headquarters. Are you kidding me?
The Boycott government for doing nothing to change the system. The UP heavily criticized while in opposition a few years ago. According to the Secretary General, Mr. Dopoh, opposition figures who are working in our government are undermining the administration effort and using their position to channel funds to their political parties instead of diligently serving the Liberian people who brought the Unity Party government to power.
They're probably all over, my brother. I'm telling you.
He said you are awarding loft contracts and lucrative jobs to opposition figures in the county. Why ignoring loyal party supporters and expect us partisans to just sit there and always remain loyal and committed to the Unity Party while those opposition figures you gave jobs to are channeling funds to their political party? Dopoh question. Dopoh appearing. Oh, this man had gone all radio stations. He appeared on radio, a radio talk show in Ganta.
The man wants his voice to be heard.
Yeah.
Very determined.
This man, you made him chairman of communication, public relations. Then you let him get away.
The man he's not navigating media.
Yeah, that's why you hire him. Then you let him get away. So the man like somebody I know.
So let's be fair, Balanda. Why your own man ran away from? What your own fallout was about?
Who man?
Your own man that say he was Johnny from Bon Country or what country he's from?
Oh, the guy from Bon Country was from CDC.
No, your fallout. He was not from CDC. The man joy. You want to your own?
The last time I checked, he was from CDC. You go to your own. You want to talk? You don't want to talk CDC talk?
I know, right?
You don't want me to talk CDC too because the president's sick. Is he sick?
Oh.
Is the president is not sick? No money, people.
Oh, okay. You don't want to talk.
They're passing around with AI nonsense.
But say Gonka just typed here earlier. I asked you said the president in Ghana.
Let's say go for play. Like the president was supposed to go, or they supposed to have remember that news that came out about the president and other people meeting with Trump concerning FIFA stuff. The president have a lot of engagement. Let's say go for play the Senate. People who wishing for other people to die one day. I say God save people in the midst. Go wish your president well and forget what we are. Say, please.
Say you guys were here talking about battery.
You know how we are able to send your president to prolong his life today, his president.
Victor.
You know what would have happened if we had not sent a man to America to have a surgery done?
What
people are very ungrateful.
What Prince Johnson say about the battery toting?
Prince Johnson say who can't get that kind of old man that will gain power. That kind of old man that
you going right here calling the president a boy The whole president of a nation, and you tote the battery around here.
You tote the battery around here. I said, go from play the son.
Look, my man, you're getting in trouble. You know, poor we type your kind of thing. Don't be talking about poor president help. Like, don't be talking about president help like that.
Nobody need to stop. They say they need to stop. It's not good. Anybody say we're supposed to wish them well, not to be passing around. They play politics with everything. That usually Fofana, they say he's sick. And they were like, oh, the man joking, the man lying. The man is seriously sick, according to what we heard. If he's not, well, thank God he's not. I knew
you get away from the whole sick news.
Exactly. The politicians people sick not too much, and it's wrong. But when they go to the owner people, and then they won't get there.
The reason me, I am mad because when Prince Joseph said, he said Joseph Baka drop. And Joe, we have picked him up and give him battery. We were running all with it. Now the people say, Joe, we have said, you don't want us to talk about it. That's the shoes on the other foot. But
I know my preso as well. That's what I know.
They say here, they said 19 Liberian students studying in India under the Monrovia Consolidated School System MCSS scholarship program are raising alarm over what they describe as neglect and abandonment in India. So we're talking about patriotism now. These people are not politicians. These are not political scholarship. These are government scholarship. And the kids are in a foreign.
Are they government scholarship from the previous administration or from?
But let me understand this though. The MCSS is a secondary school system. How are they sending people on scholarship to do what?
They say that the students include teachers pursuing master's degree, one PhD candidate, and several undergraduate. They have gone for further study in different disciplines.
Oh,
okay.
So they got over there. They have been with our medical insurance.
But that has been the case all along, though, Jerome. Usually,
from every administration, I believe.
Most of the children, they send them overseas on the scholarship. Maybe the first year or two, they take care of them, and then the money just runs out. And they
But the same thing is happening right now. Victor Seleke from Kigali.
Yeah.
When I met Seleke, we met students that are assembled, about 30 of them, just as representation of the students in Rwanda. Most of them went there on scholarship from people from government, some of them their family members, whatever. Due to the shift in the government now,
power.
They are stranded. And how much is this? Some of them need about $200, $300 to complete their term at the university and then get ticket to come back home. And in that country, what I understood from those guys is that the immigration system is so rigid. If you got a visa as a student, they go to the school every term or every year to confirm that you are in school. If you are not, of course, because what I understand about them is that they want to avoid people just loitering their city, moving about with no direction, nothing doing there. No. If you are there for education, go there, learn. When you finish, you exit. You understand? So most of our young guys were telling me, so they had to be, they're finding a way to escape and they'll talk to the school to, amend their records and things. So now they were about 30 of them we met, and there are almost 2,000 Liberians going to school there in our country. 2,000 Liberian young people going to school in our country. So I'm happy now that the government has talked about having a foreign mission there in Kigali. At least then they can go to the foreign mission to appeal on their behalf while trying to handle other matters. But it's very serious. It's also now good to send young people out to get educated, and then you can support them there. You create more problem for the society. It's more problem.
PhD student, he says here, several. I said we have been here without medical insurance, without stopping, or basic financial support for over a year.
Wow.
Despite repeated appeal to the MCSS, the Ministry of Education, and the Liberian Senate, nothing has happened. In a communication seen by Front Page Africa, the students said they left Liberia on October 30, 2024. Under the administration, 1 year. Under the administration of the former MCSS suspended James Momo to pursue graduate and undergraduate program at 2 different universities in India. However, After Momo's suspension and the appointment of Dr. Augurin Stevens as acting superintendent, the student alleged the new leadership have ignored their pleas for assistance. Since our arrival, we have not received a single dollar for medical or financial support, said Mr. Sion, who represents the group. We have written several communications to MCSS, the Ministry of Education, and the Senate, but the current administration continues to ignore our cry. Life is very tough here. Many of us are struggling to basically survive.
Amen.
So if you are watching and you are from either one of these ministries, you are in power, talk to your senator, talk to your representatives. It is rough being in a foreign country.
And you don't have money. It's
money.
It's tough.
So they
only imagine what they're going through.
They are living on begging, he says, and this shouldn't happen. Can you imagine taking your child to a foreign country? These are not just regular folks. These are family folks, people in PhD program. They are
and that could be useful to the country. Very useful to the country.
People could be, I mean, can you imagine being a father or family member from Liberia and you're on the street begging for survival in another country?
Amen.
You know, that's terrible. Whoever it is that's in charge of this should be. But there's a big thing brewing in Liberia between Edwin Snow, Senator Edwin Snow, and Winfred Russell. Winfred Russell called Snow corrupt, and Snow said he's a hustler. He's hustling the Liberian National Police, and this one is gaining fire. So why?
You got any clip to that, or just you have any clip to that fire back and forth?
Oh yeah, you let it G's business. Gee, this girl, what?
You know the reason why I asked him Mr. Gayman because myself was part of that conversation. And the reason why I made that comment because I mean I was just trying to you know wake up his tail a little bit, and he came after me. I'm talking about Russell now. He said Snow is corrupt. All of these guys are corrupt. I said you are so corrupt, and you the one. And I told him they brought the fire people to the country. You want to tell me he get cut off from that whole operation? That lie. He got something. Yeah. So he said, "Oh, it's a blatant lie." I said, "My brother, that ain't there." You mute out. Mr. Gayman, you mute out.
It's getting rough in Liberia. Everybody has their own stuff they're doing, and nobody is. The folks are still saying that they are not watching us on YouTube. So, guys, the engineers here, folks are complaining, and we have not done anything about.
But you mean at least in a bow, a guy will be a background really bright.
Oh yeah, the man that the president nephew now.
Okay.
You got it right. You got it right, man. My uncle is the president for the country.
So like can go anywhere, but not over there.
No, Jimmy Hall. Okay, that's good.
Johnny got his he got his generator fuel. He got a 3,000 a 3,000 a month generator fuel.
Oh God!
He can never. I mean, the man
like so just continue to talk.
The man,
my man, listen.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, let me help you now. Give me help you. My camera can never go off. My internet can never go off. My water can never go off. Everything I need to live can never finish, can never go off. So just start running.
When people, you're hearing it from the nephew. The nephew say whatever he needs,
it can't finish.
It can't finish. You know what? You know his pocket is so deep, it can't finish. But yeah, so here we are. We are talking about the situation in Liberia. We're just talking about patriotism. Now, how do you want these guys to be called true patriot, right? In a country where they are struggling like this. If there was an opportunity for them to run away, they will run.
Well, you finished with the snow case already?
Oh, the other woman, yeah. The other woman, yeah. Kamara, let's discuss the snow. This snow
No, but you say I asked you whether you have clip. You say yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for the clip. I'm looking for the clip. Say you let the kind of thing there. Let me.
You want to play your cassette like charge, you know?
We got our people following, so they gotta get the information correct.
Let me go to my number one source, CC Goya.
Now all I want. That man a propaganda so. CC Goya a propaganda.
CC Goya. If I don't have it, CC Goya will have it. CC, unless oh no, he's a snowman, so he won't. No, he's a Russell man.
I mean a Russell man. All I name
Russell man. So he will. I will find it. I just sent him a clip to send me the stuff. But yeah, now we're talking about being patriotic, right? You send these young folks, they're in a foreign country and they're struggling. Any chance they get to go over any border for any country that they can apply for asylum or apply for anything, they will do so. So why shouldn't they? Why would we ask these guys to be patriotic when we say, don't ask what your country can do for you, but what can you do for your country? And we should allow this to apply when they themselves, the country has abandoned them. So can you hold them responsible for being citizen or non-citizen or patriotic?
But Mr. Gayman, Liberians are already doing for their country. The Liberians are doing everything humanly possible to show love for their country everywhere. I will not sit here and let anybody tell me that Liberians have not shown to be patriotic. I think it's the other side of the patriotism that is being difficult for the state to also respond to its citizens. That is the problem. But Liberians are so committed and so sincere and hardworking for Liberia. You know what I'm saying? But then the system is not working to make them feel or to enjoy the benefit of being patriotic. And that is why when you have a simple opportunity to even go to Freetown, somebody said, I'm going to go Freetown. Freetown.
Can you imagine?
Freetown. Yeah, Freetown. Conakry. You understand? Abidjan. Those three cities around us, Liberians want to go there and Liberian post the place, oh, the poor country. Then they wonder what happened to them in their own country. You know what I'm saying? So I think Liberians, we are always patriotic. We have always been supportive of our government, of our country, but our country leaders have not shown in return to the citizens to know that they have a value, to be citizens of Liberia. Seriously.
Well, tomorrow we are working with the time. They're going by 1 hour has actually affected a lot of stuff in our country here. As far as even me, I had to make a serious adjustment to come on. I was doing payroll. I had to leave that account because our back was making a major difference. So we have to go back to everybody else that we have made contact with to appear. But on Friday, we are going to have all the health professionals here, including Sarah will be here.
I'll be the work, but I will come on.
Yes, we will be talking about women's issues, especially breast cancer. They will be talking about remedy. They will be talking about prevention. They will be talking about aftercare. They will be talking about the different kinds of medication, the new invention, the new medication, new practices. So they will be talking about, you will be listening to survivors, people who have survived.
We have a lot of breast cancer cases in Liberia. You guys know anything?
They don't even know. Everything is wish. A woman died from breast cancer. They don't even know. They say the person died from wish.
From wish.
Wish the person. Somebody did this to the person, this, that to the person. I don't even know whether, Sarah, you guys need to start. I don't know whether they have an advocacy group in Liberia educating women on breast cancer from K through 12. I don't know whether you guys have anything of that nature. Do they have a breast cancer society in Liberia?
Well, have anybody from the health ministry on the show on Friday? I mean, just to give us a little information on whether they have any data of our women having any of those cases and how do they detect it and stuff like that. I mean,
I'm going to call Telvi because she's ahead of this group.
okay.
We also have former health officials, right? Like what a girl named Wilhelmina Snellborough, what her last name, Jala, right? I think she was a Jala, the former health minister.
Oh, Jala, yeah.
Yeah.
Jala, Wilhelmina Jala.
Yes, and then we have what a Piso girl name. She's also, I think she's here, right? She was Minister of Gender and Youth. I'm going to ask Telvi if she has any contact with either one of these folks to come on and talk to us, or they are so upset.
Well, the thing is, if we don't have any system in place for women to have, be checked for breast cancer, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of women over there that go through these things, but because we don't know or they are not exposed to it, so like you said, everything is based on wish and a witchcraft and this and that. But if they know how, if there's a means wherein they can get detected and there's a way to get, cured, and the public sector is there to enlighten them, to let our women know how to check and stuff like that, or when they feel some pain in their breast to go for checkup and stuff. I think that would be helpful to the community, to our women in Liberia. I think that would be really helpful. So I think you should try to get one of those or health ministers or anyone on in the government to come on the show so that we all can, discuss it, because it will be helpful to the women in Liberia. I'm pretty sure there are cases over there, but they don't know.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, Sarah, what I've noticed and in Liberia is that it is during the month of breast cancer that you hear a lot of people talking about breast cancer. They have the hospitals available to go do your check and thing. But I think we should go beyond the regular awareness during the breast cancer month and make sure it becomes something that will go through the length and breadth of Liberia. Because again, Sarah, if you go to our own population, we have almost like 48-49% ratio between male and female in the country. So we have more women in the country, and in as much as the women are important for procreation and the increment in the population, we need to get their attention with the kind of critical health concerns.
Yeah.
You can imagine, and the thing, look, I mean, if as I'm speaking right now, I'm concerned with the challenges people will be facing. For example, when I'm working in Bapolu, all the way there in Bele Fasama, you know how long until we get what that Mr. Gayman? I wish you would come one day, Ben Gayman. So let's go for a ride in Bele Fasama. Then you see that part of Liberia, you wonder how people live there if they have serious health issues. You understand? So imagine women are there. Whether they have breast cancer issues there, who knows? Nobody knows. So they'll be trying with herbal, they'll be trying. If you look at herbalist, try something and you feel better, then you say, okay, the herbalist treated me, I'm okay. But I think if cancer is a serious health matter, we need to give it attention in the way that, or at least the various schools will teach the young girls in school, and we'll begin to include it into every gathering, every grouping, to have time to discuss this issue among themselves. Because I know one thing I know in the country also is that women are more organized in Liberia than men. We have a lot of women organizations that are structured. So if we can identify them, we do women mapping of women organizations, then we use that as a profile or as a medium through which we can communicate with them, give them some tips, some information about how to go to the hospital or how to check yourself manually if you feel like this. It will help us. Because other than that, if our mothers begin to have serious issues with health and we can't help them to address it, we are in serious trouble as a population.
Yep.
Go ahead. Well, guys, we've been here on doing what we do as usual. We want to thank Johnny and Sarah and Victor. 3 hours, 7 minutes to 3 hours. Let's do our closing comment. I know, Johnny, you got so much resources, it will never finish. But at some point, it will come to it. This is $3,600 a month for generator. You live in big. You living well. It's good to have
Mr. Gayman, there's one thing I will tell you. God is for everybody. God is for everybody. God is for everybody.
Okay.
So even the people you call criminals, God for them too. So, you don't know that? Call for everybody.
This one on real gossip, but we heard that the 3,600 a month man is trying to run somewhere in Lofa. He's going for he went for a district. He's running for a district there. I've seen a lot of pictures. He doing a lot of development, doing a lot of stuff.
But Johnny will be a good representative of anybody he represents in that place.
Yeah, but Patrick Horner is in your neck of the woods. He's doing a lot of stuff there. I've seen every day he on TV.
Look, Mr. Gayman, full close. The area that he wants to contest. I mean, if it's true now, the place he come from, that place number one problem is the road. The number one problem, nothing is the problem besides the road.
And
because
right now, generator getting 3,000.
Because the best part of the road that goes there stops at a place called Kamara. Because then from Kamara to get to Vahon, it's really like a death trap. And I don't understand why I sent 205 post-conflict Liberia. No government has taken interest in improving the road that goes to Vahon. I went to Vahon. I had a workshop to give people the allowance of Padam. They're asking me to change it into Solina Leon because they trade there mostly in Leons than Liberian dollars.
Oh wow!
Oh yes,
So
because
that's closer to the border. Is that closer to Sierra Leone?
Don't say close. They are in Sierra Leone. They are just like between what I call maybe between New Jersey and Philadelphia. It's just short between back and forth.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but because the road from Liberia side to go to Vahon is so difficult. Even during the past times, their leaders always come from a river through Sierra Leone to go to them. Wow. So they won't come through. They won't come through Lofa to go to Vahon. So if anybody is serious about Vahon, we should be campaigning to make Vahon a priority to UP to build that road going to Vahon. But I know the reason why to build out the Vahon, they won't do it easily. It's a challenge area. That area is the most high. It had the highest peak. The hills are so high.
It's like a lot of hills and mountains.
Exactly, a lot of hills. And in fact, the citizens that build their own road to detour around the hill. But that road they build, the citizens build when you're riding on that road, please don't look right. When you look right, you'll get afraid. Because you are just like hanging over the valley, just hanging. And just in case the F breaks on your car, sorry, you are going down the hole. And I don't know how you survive.
And that's the place you want me to ride with you,
Yeah, because I've been going there and you gotta go there with me too, Mr. Gayman.
Mr. Gayman, let me close. I gotta hop up to another line.
Yeah, go ahead.
Great show. I just want to, we will continue to talk to our people, to our government, to make it right, make it better for our people. These cars and these buses that are coming in, it's not a bad idea, but where are the jobs for our people to get on these buses? Where are the roads? So, and also what they were talking about fixing the road to Medina and other places, and that deal they're talking about giving it to the Sierra Leone company, I think they should look at it thoroughly. It needs to be checked. They need to cross all their T's and dot all their I's, because it seemed to me like a scam. Before you do anything like that, you have to have you have an investigator. You need to have data to support whatever revenue that's going to be projected. You have to have something to prove, to show. And that company doesn't seem to be a viable company. So I pray that our government will listen, the rescue government will listen to the Liberian people, and the legislature will do their due diligence to make sure that everything is correct before they even put their finger to it. So I want to say thank you to Mr. Gayman, thank you to the panelists, and also to our followers. We'll be here every day when we can to make it happen and to inform our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Johnny, you next.
Yeah, man. Thank you, sir, for coming to join us at these. You balance it with a female voice on the show. So we will ask that you come all the time to make sure the female voice is on the show. So all our viewers and listeners, my hats off to you. You bring your data to be with us for the last 3 hours. I respect you. You deserve my respect and my honor. My brother Victor from the Southeast, I hope you'll come soon so we can go to the Southeast and learn some Gribbles and Crew and Sapo traditional practices. Again, for Gayman, come, let's go Wakata and improve the school in Wakata. Wakata school needs support from you.
Where he can look on the hill.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Victor, take us home.
Hey Johnny, I know that Jerome, this man know the Southeast more than even I know the Southeast. So,
Of course.
but Johnny, you're always welcome. It's always an honor to be with you guys, man. Especially Johnny, Sarah, Jerome. So it's been great. Let me give a shout out to my boy here, Morris Ja. He says he's watching from his little CMC corner. I know you're talking about CMC. Then all kind of posts that coming. But let me close out by saying this, right? Yesterday, we published a letter from the Ministry of Public Works, right, on our project.
I thought you guys were going to talk about that,
Yeah, now we talked about it briefly. They said when we started this project, they said we should submit our plans. We did. This was not our first bridge. We built a bridge in Nimba that was inaugurated. The government said nothing. We got on this bridge business. Prince Moe got behind this bridge. The Minister of Public Works said we should send our plan. We sent our plan. They didn't get back to us. The next thing we know, they're telling us now, in spite of the plan that we sent, that the government had the money for this bridge in the budget ever since. But why haven't they done that? And we took a look at the budget. There's no money in there. There's nothing in there in the budget for Joe River Bridge in Bong. It's a lie. The president is now calling for an extension of the budget. He's probably going to put money in there now for the next budget year, But this is not about politics. Yes, Musa Ability is the leader of the CMC, but really this is a private partner, public-private partnership that we're trying to establish. We thought the government would actually join hands with us, because right now we know they are stranded. They got no money. Nobody's coming to the country, and we're trying to help them bring relief to our people. And what are they doing? They're putting roadblocks in our way.
I see that to be very evil, though. That's not good.
The people our people are you see the way they put across the river, a single little long log on the road. People have fallen in that river and died. The next time I'll bring some of the videos of the river and probably ask Myean to put them up. So I don't want to be long about it, but I just want to let government know that this is evil because our people have been denied relief, and we are not going to stop. We're going to go down to the southeast.
Yep.
They would chase us around. The bridge with Billy Bapulu, they ran behind all the brought the security police, and they drove us from there. That bridge, nothing has happened there yet. Now we're in Bond. They chase us there again. Now we're going to the southeast. We're going through Basel and all these places.
It's all politics. It's all politics.
I hope it will get to a point where our people who have been denied this relief, this relief will finally rise up.
Let the people know.
No, leave the people alone. Or if you can, then do it right now. We want to see it.
Right.
So I just wanted to highlight that, but it is unfair. The government needs to think about this seriously because it's counterproductive. But I want to give a shout out to two of our young fellows who got elected in the Philadelphia area. Siddiq.
You ain't taking our people small.
Siddiq Kamara got elected sheriff
You gotta get the Gayman back.
Of the Delaware County in Philadelphia. Congrats to Siddiq. And also my boy, Joel Down. Joel is the son of my friend, P. Arthur Down. P. Arthur Down was my co-chair when I was chairman, when I was chairman of UPP PACO here in the U.S. P. Arthur Down was my co-chair, and so his son now is going to be a mayor in Derby, I believe. The last time we were in Philly, and when Musa was here, he came there, the boy, he spoke at the program, he was telling us the running. So he won also. So congratulations to them. They continue to represent Liberia. We're very proud of them. And we hope that they will serve with distinction. I think this city boy is the youngest sheriff in the whole continental United States. So that's history right there. But congratulations to them.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's do this tomorrow and let's keep doing it. I know when they are not politicians, you guys, you just love the politics. But sometimes we got to do other things. Thank you very much. I'm Jerome Gayman. Stay tuned. God bless.